Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, and welcome back to more Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I'm Liz. Today we're starting up session number 2 of our Rowdy Rogue playthrough. Last time in session 1, we took our campaign through the prologue. We got to Defender's Heart, and we're just at the beginning of Act number 1, which, I mean, training wheels are still on through all of Act 1 and all of Act 2 in this game. So, we got a long way until we get to the training wheels are off stage. I've done a lot of thinking about how we want to do this campaign overnight, and so some priorities for today. Obviously, we're going to make some progress into this act, but early on, I want to recruit Darren. I want to recruit Nenio. And then I need to make some choices about Camellia. So here's the thing. My original Trickster playthrough was intended to be a Romance Camellia playthrough because we were going to be very chaotic. And then, because it broke, one of my subsequent playthroughs, I played a duelist. And it kind of broke as well. Because, you know, the Owlcat games, right? When they release, they tend to break. And I followed up on it with that one, and I tried to continue down that path as well on there, and I mean, it broke too, so I've never actually finished that storyline in one of these playthroughs, and it's just brilliant. And I kind of want to do that, but we picked a female character for this one, and that sort of isolates us from that path. So, over the course of today, I'm going to decide if we're going to, when we respec our companions, respec ourselves just into a male character, essentially. The exact same character as we are here, except into a male character. I haven't decided that yet, but I will over the course of this session, for the most part. But, let's jump into some things here. We got some business to do here in the tavern. It looks like I've looted most of the stuff on this floor. I need to go into the basement, though, and we'll recruit Woljif and all that kind of stuff.
So exciting!
Yeah! Oh, did I get the... I did. I got the bag of holding. Perfect. Alright, let's go downstairs real quick. Oh, we should also talk to our Cleric Buddy over here. Are you one of the Crusaders? Thank you for defending those of us whose talents lie off the battlefield. I'm Jara, servant of Erastil. Pleased to meet you. What are you doing? So he's a recent cleric who has no ability to do anything except for cut up bandages out of old robes. He was just passing through. He's on his way to Chili Creek. Cool. So we'll learn more about him in the future. We'll come back to this guy a couple of times in the future. The next time will be just this happy little venture up to Chili Creek where we get to meet the people of the town and all that kind of stuff. And it might come back again in the future, but we'll have to wait and see. Aren't you young and inexperienced? I'm afraid, but what can I do? The villagers are simple people. Yep. I could use the help of a cleric. That's great. He's not a very good cleric, though, so he can't really help us with anything at this point. Cool. That's just a quest for the next act. And for an autumn haze, a tall, fragile-looking elf sits in front of you, eyes closed. He is pale as a ghost, his arms wrapped in blood-stained bandage. You spot other bandages on his body under his clothes, but even in such a miserable state, he manages to keep calm. I am for an autumn haze, at your service. Do you need help? Do not trouble yourself with my behalf. A local healer tended to me. Besides, I come from a resilient, hardy people. See, the thing about elves are they're dexterous and intelligent, but they are anything but resilient and hardy. At least not the normal kind. My body will endure both the wounds and the poison delivered through them. Who are you? For an autumn haze. come from Kionen because I am a hunter, and all minions of evil are my quarry. That's the homeland of the elven race on Galarian. Hello. Nice to see ya. Glad you can join me this evening. And we're different races and cultures. I'd rather not tell you more than is necessary. You know what? I've never actually approached this guy as an elf or a half-elf. Maybe I should do that sometime. Who wounded you? A sinner, an accomplice to demons. The quarry I'm hunting is in this inhospitable place. I might be able to help you. It would be impolite to refuse such a direct and friendly offer. I love how he's just so standoffish, and then, you know, you just politely say I might be able to help, and he's like, well, you know, it would be impolite. Such a tsundere. Who is your quarry? A fugitive, a desperate by the name of Camellia. It pains me to admit that there are heinous malefactors such as her among my noble kind. Sounds very, very elf racist to me. Elves tend to be... Not all of them, but elves tend to be, at the very least, and on the nicest side of the scale, hoity-toity, sort of like Camellia, although I would say Camellia is not hoity-toity, she's batshit insane, but she acts hoity-toity. So, elves tend to be on the nicest side, hoity-toity, all the way up to just like your racist grandma on racist steroids. Like, if there was a hormone that makes you a racist, they're chugging that hormone straight into their veins. Like, I guess shooting that hormone straight into their veins all day, all night. I managed to catch up with her in Canabras, and I wounded her. Then demons appeared, and the city was engulfed in flames. Saved by the demons. I'm sorry for your misfortune. I hope things will turn out differently next time. There's no need for pity. Our ancient kind is blessed with great longevity. We gain a deep understanding of the world than other races, and we learn our lessons better than anyone. That goes for learning our mistakes as well. I survived, which means I will be more prepared when next we meet. See, I have always, every single playthrough so far, let her go when I meet her. I believe you have the option to kill her too. Maybe we'll try and kill her this time. We'll definitely see this today, unless some catastrophic thing happens where I have to stop streaming immediately. Like this is, we're gonna see follow through on this. Not necessarily the end of this story, but we're gonna see the next step in it pretty soon. I wish to aid in your hunt. What does she look like again? Oh, of course we failed. Did you see the DC on that? Her skin is dark. Her hair is preternaturally white. Her red eyes can see perfectly in the dark, which, to my dismay, I've come to know from experience. Sounds like a drow to me. But bright light causes her pain. Sounds like a drow to me. I use an alchemical powder that explodes in a dazzling flash, and she cried out as if I stabbed her. Okay. Sure. Good fortune to you.
With grace?
I have that quest now, yeah? Tower of Estrad, Storyteller, Grey Garrison, be prepared. Be prepared. Outcast, find and kill Camellia. Yep. Sweet. I'm gonna attempt to kill her this time. I'm actually gonna attempt to kill her this time. I've never actually attempted to kill her. Surrender thy soul, Delvan. Iomade, protect us! Got you again. How many times is that today? Take your jokes and shove 'em, tiefling. Whoa, easy there, Chief. Don't hit me. Yeah, we'll talk to Voljeff soon. He's a bit of a chaotic presence, which is good for us because we're a bit of a chaotic presence. I have some issues with Voljeff, but he's not terrible. I can deal with him. There is probably a pattern to these things. I don't know what that pattern happens to be. I don't know what you actually have to do to make this all work. It's not putting them both up. I know that. Because that won't budge. And then if you hit this one, now we've hit all of them. I'm pretty sure it still doesn't budge. Nope. So I don't remember what you have to do exactly on this. But I do know that it's only 3 possible things, and I always find it pretty quickly. Yeah, there we go. It's like, you know, statue puzzles where you memorize the solution for the statue puzzle sometimes, or you just like go through all the possible permutations of it or whatever. Yellowed letter. Half a century ago, our parents fled their homelands of Sarkoris, terrified of the invading demons. Today, Canabris is a city of fear and suspicion. We even had to hide our altar of the Shimmering Maiden in the basement so they wouldn't accuse us of demon worship. Fascinating. Altar. I love how, you know, it makes it sound like it's this ancient thing or whatever, but there's clearly candles still kept here. Like somebody's coming down here and renewing this all the time. Despite the current situation. Also, nice. We're in a like town, so to speak, so it's still unidentified, even here in the town. Hopefully if I talk to the merchant upstairs, that'll get identified. Hey, they tell me about identifying things. That's a charisma headband, which is really good.
This is my time to shine.
Hey, Chief! Ooh, hey, gorgeous. Come over here. I want to talk to you about something. Something really important.
Oh, yeah?
Quit bothering the decent people in here, Woljif, or I'll knock your teeth out!
What's it to you, Delvin Dum-Dum? You were told to guard me, and I'm not stopping you. But no one told me I had to shut my trap.
See, bit of a chaotic presence, and I'm totally on board with that. Who are you?
Woljif. Woljif Jeffdo. I deal in useful things. I can get you whatever you want. Anything. But there's just one problem.
Is it that you're in jail?
I'll lay it out for you. Simple job, 30 minutes tops. We go someplace, talk to someone, and in return, whatever you want, I'll get it for you. Some extra rations? No problem. Armor, weapons, scrolls, you name it. It's as good as yours. If you need my help with something, whistle and I'll be there. I'm handy enough with knives too, and even my magic know-how isn't too shabby.
Now, I'm gonna have to spec him as something and use him. Maybe just keep him as an Eldritch Scoundrel and use him, because there's gonna be quests where I need to use Woljif. I don't know. I don't know yet what I want to use him as.
What a load of guff! If you were good at magic, you wouldn't be stuck in here now, would you?
Don't you listen to him, Chief. He'd find fault with the Queen herself. I'll be useful to have in battle, and I'll sell whatever you want at a reasonable price. It's your lucky day. You won't meet another gem like me in Canabris.
Why are you locked up? Like, I don't think I'm just gonna free you just because you say you want to be free if I don't know why you're locked up.
Does it really matter? Don't get hung up on the past, Chief. Don't look to the future. Live in the here and now.
That is not the kind of argument that's going to get you freed by anyone other than me, because I am a trickster and I am somebody who thrives on chaos.
He was caught thieving.
Sounds fine.
Get me out of here and I'll tell you. And don't worry, it's not contagious. That's easy. You know Irabeth? Feisty looking gal, always wears armor. You can't miss her. She's the meanest fighter in the whole city. When you see her, put in a good word for me, will ya? Tell her there's this guy Woljif locked up for no good reason in the Defender's Heart. Well, for the follies of his youth. And he really wants to get out on bail so he can keep up his good behavior and make a contribution to society. You got that? Will you do it?
Yeah.
I knew I could count on you. Knew it the moment I laid eyes on you.
We'll talk later. So, one of the things about this game that's different than Kingmaker is that in Kingmaker, you are always on really strict time limits. Like, either in Act 1 in Kingmaker, they gave you a time limit explicitly. You had like 3 months or something to complete the act, or it would be a hidden time limit, and you'd have to blow through the content of the act you were in in order to stop whatever terrible, terrible thing was happening before it overran your kingdom, essentially. It's a little bit more lax in here.
How cute!
There are still those like time limits enforced upon you, but you get a little bit more control over them. And in this act, you have a lot of freedom to go do stuff, but there are a couple key moments that you have to respond to. There's a tiefling locked up. He's a petty thief from a gang of thieflings operating in Canabras. That's what we call them in these parts. They tried to rob a vendor of magical items recently. Cool. Cool. So we can free him. We can take him. And we've already talked about those things, so cool. May Iomade keep you safe too.
So exciting!
I want to do companion discussions with people, but I don't want to do them yet. I want to do that after I decide if we're going to sort of change our character a little bit or not. And after we respec our companions. So we're going to hold out on that. I think, at least for the time being, no, we can talk to Horgas Worm too, I think. Yeah, okay, so we got our 2,000 gold coins. Oh, I probably should have quick saved before this. I'll pay generously. What do you mean? For an adventurer ready to sell their soul for booze, and then lie down drunk in the gutter. I like the cut of your jib, Horgas. You seem reliable enough. Hey. Seems like one of those people who thinks the entire world owes them something. You hear notes of hysteria beneath his smug arrogance. It's as though he's really quite nervous, but taking great pains to conceal it. So what's the job? His bodyguard. He has good reason to return to his mansion. It's none of our business, though. It's a breathtaking building. Okay. He's referencing Abadar, which is I find fascinating. So Abadar is like I mean, I mouse over it. You can read what it says: the god of cities, law, and merchants, and wealth, and all that kind of stuff. Walls, ditches, all that kind of thing. Iomade is like this embodiment of lawful good. Abadar is like the embodiment of just law and order, essentially. Sort of the neutral approach to law, which does not match Horgas Worm and Camellia in the slightest, in my opinion. I already asked the local paladins for help. Please do take Camellia with you. I trust that girl more than the rest of your gang. She is of noble birth, after all. There should be like a perception check on this as well, to see if you can see any hints of what he's saying in here. What kind of reward? 1,000 gold, so 23 Diplo for doubling the reward. We're gonna fail this. Oh my goodness, we succeeded. We rolled a 18. My god. Deal. I succeed this sometimes, but it's usually when I have my characters set up already with persuasion, persuasion skill focuses and all that, like right out of the gate on charisma characters, not like this. Like if I was to have like a charisma sorcerer with a persuasion focus right off the bat, because I know they're going to be my persuader, but not just randomly like this. That's amazing. Deal. Okay, so we got to meet him at his mansion, and we have to bring Camellia with us when we do that. And we've got some level ups to take care of. Now, I am going to do these level ups, and I think I'm going to keep everybody their current class. I think what we're going to do is we are going to do our respecs after we get Nenio and Darren. And I'm going to decide then what I want to do with Camellia. Yeah. I think that's what we're going to do. So we are going to do these level ups now before we head out, because I have to take this party... Oh, no. Let's get Volja first. We should probably free the guy. We just arranged to free him and all.
Well, Chief, what do you got for me?
I talked to Irabeth.
Ha! You must be a smooth talker. Come on, Delvin. Get these bracelets of yours off me. I'm going free.
You're
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
to regret this. This tiefling will fleece you for everything you've got. Mark my words.
You're a bitter little man, Delvin. Petty and mean. You can't even be happy for me, can ya? I pity you. I'll leave you alone with your sad little soul. So long. And now, Chief, straight down to business. You see, I'm one of those guys that people around here call thieflings. We just call ourselves the family. After we knocked over that shop and I got stuck here in the Defender's Heart, a little bird told me that big sister Charisme wanted to see me. Bet she had some questions to ask me. You following?
Charisme-one-san, of course.
Now, she won't be asking me questions like, Woljif, how'd you manage to get out of this one? Or, Woljif, you're so thin, didn't they feed you? No, something serious has gone down, and I just know they want to try to pin something on me. I can feel it in my tail. So, I knew right away that I couldn't go alone. You turned up just in time, Chief. You don't need to do anything when we get there. Just stand behind me and look mean, and I'll handle the rest. Somehow. Let's go. I'll show you the way.
Cool. I think that's all the quests that we need to gather here so far. And that's another party member for us, which is fantastic. I think he's already level 3 as well. Yeah, so he's already level 3. I don't need to level him up. And yeah, he's an Eldritch Scoundrel. So here is my thoughts. I have frontline. He's technically frontline. Yeah, I can do Market Square without respecking. I can tolerate that. It's not like I didn't do that the first time I played through the game anyway. The first couple times, because I wasn't using mods at that point, and I'm not going to use the built-in respec on companions, where you have to keep like their base levels and the stuff that they had, and you have to keep their attribute points and all that nonsense. That's just... why even give a respec feature then? So that's going to be athletics, mobility, trickery, stealth, and perception. And what do we got? We got point blank shot and precise shot, and we took longbow focus last time. So this time, it says rapid shot, green thumb, right? No. We went over this plenty last session. We are not taking Rapid Shot. Rapid Shot has no place in our playthrough with a Vital Strike build using Vital Force. So Rapid Shot, Many Shot, not happening. We could take a skill focus right now. That is interesting. We could just immediately do a skill focus. What do we have access to, though? Alertness, combat expertise. No, we're not a melee fighter who needs defense. We could always take not quite a skill focus, but a skill focus. You know, things like deceitful, but not deceitful. Trickery, but not trickery. It'd be better just to take a trickery focus if we were going to do that. Dodge, no, we don't need it. Endurance, fast learner is interesting. We could get that extra skill point. This is a human-specific thing that's new in Wrath. We get an additional skill point per level, and humans already get an additional skill point per level, so that's it's pretty bonkers. History of Terrors, that's saving throws, right? Yeah, for mine. Yeah, also human. Improved Initiative is probably the best combat-oriented feat we can take right now, honestly. But what we are going to take, I think, is going to be Deadly Aim. Ugh, or are we? So Deadly Aim is really good, and it does work. See, on all ranged attack rolls, we take a -1 penalty to get +2 on damage. And that +2 on damage on the rolls is a modifier that if we don't get it already on Vital Strike, we're going to get it when we get the mythic version of Vital Strike. So Deadly Aim is good, and it's going to be contributing a lot of damage to us in the future. But I think right now, we might actually just take a skill focus on Trickery. We are going to be respecking Camellia, and we are going to be the Trickster of the party. So that might be what I want to do right now. Or just improved initiative. I'm gonna want improved initiative one way or the other, because we wanna get people flat-footed. We want to delete them. But deadly aim is just so seductive. Watch us never hit anymore because we took deadly aim. That -1 to hit. Lan, we're gonna level him up as a Zen Archer again, but we will be respecking him today, unless again we go nowhere today for some reason. And he also doesn't take rapid shot because he is a Zen Archer. Precise shot, deadly aim is actually really good for him too, so that'll be our pick here. And he gets point blank master, so he will no longer provoke attacks of opportunity. So it is point blank master. That's the name of that feat. I remember yesterday I was like, okay, what's the specific name of the feat that does this? And he's gonna take that in the longbow. And now he gets the key pool for extra attack, so he can actually add an extra attack, but he has to spend a key point to do it. So if it's like a boss fight, I can take an extra, like a third attack every round by spending key points for it. And we gain our key pool, fast movement, key strike, magic. Unarmored attacks to be treated as magic weapon for the purpose of overcoming damage reduction. Our bow is not treated as an unarmed attack yet, though. That happens at like level 5 or something like that, and we're not going to be getting there with this guy. Cool. So he's getting more powerful. Camellia here as a spirit hunter. I'm thinking of different things. I want to use Camellia, and I've been thinking of ways that I can use her. And I think, take a level in monk on her as long as it's the first level I take if I respec. I think the first level, I can take anything. And then the monk abilities will continue to work afterwards. So I could take her as a frontliner, potentially, if I take a level in monk, and then either go Sword Saint or Duelist and make her my Duelist or Sword Saint. And the monk I would take would be Scaled Fist then, because I could take Charisma on her as a half-elf. So that's a possibility. I might do that. She still won't be able to wear a natural armor amulet though, so I'd have to get somebody who could cast Barkskin on her then, because it's basically mandatory that we have access to natural armor. A natural armor enhancement bonus, that is. And how else could I get it? I mean, she could get it herself if she stays a shaman. But shaman don't get to add their intelligence modifier to their AC, which duelists and sword saints both get to do. So, and actually, you can get both bonuses. If you take duelist and sword saint, you can actually get double the bonus. That's one of the very few things where, even though canny defense is what it's called, the ability that lets you do that, even though it's called the same thing in both classes, it's actually a different feature, like it's a different ability, and it applies separately, so you can get double bonus from intelligence if you take both classes. I don't know, there's some more considering to do on this. Another possibility is staying a shaman, but going, instead of spirit hunter, there's one called witch doctor, which can channel energy a lot more. That's a possibility too. For now, we're going to continue as a spirit hunter, take trickery and stealth because that's what she has. I don't like that she gets stealth. And then, obviously not point blank shot in her current build, she has weapon finesse, and she's not in line to get finesse training. Can I get fencing grace? No, because it'd be right at the top. So obviously it needs some sort of BAB requirement. Weapon focus, one-handed piercing. So I need a focus on my rapier in order to get that. And I don't intend to keep Camellia her current build in any case, but just in case, we'll give her that focus on the rapier so that she is capable of getting finesse training. And then she gets her second tier of spells. See, this is the thing. Shaman get access to the Barkskin spell. So keeping her as a shaman, she could get that natural armor, but she'd lose the What if I only took the 3 levels in Sham? No, that's taking too many levels out. It's too big of a dip. I don't know. I don't know yet. And Sela, we're gonna take the one in Paladin for now. We're not taking mobility on a plate-wearing Paladin, though. Thank you very much. That'll be Lore Religion instead. In fact, we should have taken 2 points in that. Weapon focus, no. I really just need AC out of you. So for now, you've got dodge, you've got shield focus. You could take heavy armor focus. Or combat expertise. You don't have the ability to take combat expertise. You're not intelligent enough, are you? Intelligence 13, yeah. Just another reason that she can't be a frontline tanker. Although paladins are not traditionally frontline tankers, they're traditionally hard strength builds that are designed to actually hit people. Like frontline tanks, you kind of give up the ability to hit people by using fighting defensively and combat expertise and all those things. Crane style. Armor focus for now then. Heavy armor focus. Best we can do on her for the moment. Cool. And let's get down to business. We're going to go... I think let's take care of Voljeff's quest first, and then we'll head to Market Square after that. Although... The problem with doing that is if I want to get Darren and I want to get Nenio quickly, we got to do Market Square. Joran Vane. This is the brother of Staunton Vane. You picked a good time to come to Canobris. Oh, I think I might need to talk to Staunton still, too. So he is the blacksmith vendor here in this first act that we can get a bunch of different various things from. And we're not going to get the opportunity to get a lot of this stuff again, so let's double check if there's something that I really want. The rugged helmet is interesting, but no. Armor of Vigilance. No. Oh, did I identify this headband yet? Yeah. +2 charisma. Fantastic. The Living Ram is really good if you have a Cavalier. It makes your charges particularly nice. Falcata, no thanks. Light Mace. So if I do a Cleric build, Light Mace might be nice. Deals an additional 1d8 damage. Yeah, okay. I mean, that Cleric is never going to get a critical hit anyway, so I don't think it matters much. Then we have longbows, masterwork longbows. That's not even composite, though. Masterwork S-stocks. Always like them. Faux shards, masterwork faux shards. Cold iron masterwork. There's a masterwork composite longbow for 400. You know what? I know we're going to get some magic longbows soon, but I want to get myself a masterwork cold iron. No, not cold iron. Masterwork composite longbow. And then I want to sell any other trash to him. We're holding on to this dueling sword, remember. Cool. So I'm going to take that. We'll hold on to this longbow ourselves for a little bit. Lan already has one. And let's just loot the area a bit too.
How cute!
I know there's another thing to loot up over here somewhere. We'll do more thorough exploration of this area in a little bit, though. For now, I want to focus more on a couple of things. Okay, good enough.
So exciting!
Yeah, we'll just come along. I don't have enough party members for you not to come along yet. We're not actually deep into the game at the moment. What if I used her? I could use her as my... Instead of a cleric, I could use her as a... shaman, but the other kind of shaman, the witch doctor. And then I don't need a cleric anymore, because I have a witch doctor. And then I can maybe use Darren as a duelist instead, since I'm not going to be using him as a cleric anymore, maybe? Could work out. Okay, so I can go to the Tieflings, which I think I'm going to start with, or I could go to Market Square. Market Square is, we get Ember there, and there's a lot of other stuff that happens there. And it might be nice to have another party member, but the Thieves Hideout is a nice, quick, easy thing to do. So let's take care of that instead. We found a fallen horse. We can get reagents from there. I'm not going to bother with that. Random encounter. Can't wait until we get our companions respect.
Our resolve.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We're starting right in the thick of it. Also, turn-based mode, please. Voljeff. If you would, please. Damn. That weather effect. Holy crap. This is a fight.
I'll cut you wide open.
Alright, Lan. Take 5, please, Lan. Move here.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Sweet. That's a spitter. I changed some of the camera settings for turn-based battles so that it wouldn't be as annoying jerking my camera all over the place. We are threatened, so we're going to take 5. And then we're going to try and delete a spider, I think.
Away, you rascal.
Yeah, we did. All right. Sela.
The light. Take you.
Ooh, nice. 13 versus 20, that's what I like to see.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
16 sneak attack is nice.
The spirits demand your blood.
Like, I know we're used to seeing my character do like 20s and 30s. Speaking of which, at level 3, we just got our second sneak attack dice. So we just got 3 additional d6 damage on our sneak attacks and 2 additional d6 on our normal attacks.
You won't survive me.
Cool. Them weather effects though, man. Like, I have the master volume on this turned down considerably. I might need to turn the effects volume down a bit too. It's a whole different experience when you're speaking while it's going on, when you're communicating while all this stuff is happening in the background. Like, the weather effects can be impressive. I have the music at like 40% and I have the master volume at like 60% or something like that. Let's, oh. I was like, let's try and fleece them before the cutscene happens, but nope. The basement is dark and dank, and you are immediately struck by the hostility of the gathering tieflings. 5 of them are kneeling along the wall, separate from the rest. The tall woman, who had been cleaning her fingernails with the tip of her knife, greets you with a narrowed sigh. Brother Voljeff, you got my message then. Sorry I couldn't swing by sooner, dear Sister Charisme. It was just one thing after another. First I was in shackles, next, well, no. I was still in shackles, and I was being watched. And then the chief got me out, and I came here straight away. I knew you'd be waiting for me. So she's a little bit pissed off. So they planned this heist, and Irabeth and her guard were there already. basically waiting for them. It was an ambush. So she believes that there's a traitor. And you think Voljeff knows the name of the traitor? I thought Voljeff only brought you here so you'd have someone to hide behind if things went south. He knows the name of the traitor. Every gang that Brother Voljeff has been part of very quickly came to an end. So he's got a bit of a shady background, even with the shady people. He's cursed with finding friends and losers, but now he's with us. That curse must be broken. I don't know. Do you know exactly what kind of crap we're getting into, Lan? That depends. He was indeed most fortunate to find himself in a party with me. On the other hand, he also ended up in a party with you. Nice. What's your side of the story? It's a big, long story. So Charisma got 6 of them together, and they were going to hit this store, Ancestries and Wonders, and they were going to case it out. They all know a little bit of magic. And they were not to be hanging around, they were not to get caught. They did everything right. They got through the locks, they dealt with the golem. All the different brothers who participated in this, and sister. And then when the fuzz hit, he hid under the table, basically. Excellent. Kumquat, nice to see you. Took all of his rings as well. Aw, poor Voljeff. So they caught you, poor thing. Stripped you all of your loot, and you didn't even manage to stash anything. Where's the Moon of the Abyss, Brother Voljeff? What's the Moon of the Abyss? Gonna stop by last night, but the power went out. Ah, power out. That's terrible. Hope everything was promptly taken care of. Being without power for, you know, people look at electricity and they're like, oh, that's kind of a first world thing. But you have to understand that the way our society is built and the way we are established, at least in the Western world, it is a necessity, because you are not going out and gardening to get your food. You're not going out and hunting to get your food. Like, you don't have the means to do that in the middle of a city. Your means to do that is from a store, which you then keep the food in your refrigerator. And if your power is out for a day, everything in that refrigerator is gone, right? Power came back after like 4 hours. Yeah, that kind of stuff happens here a lot too. Store you work at, power didn't come back for 12. Ugh, crap. That's terrible. Yeah, like 4-hour power outages are pretty common around here. If power goes out, they'll immediately try and restore it within, like, you know, 20 minutes to half an hour. And if it restores, it's good. But if it fails again, it's going to be out, like, usually it fails instantly again. And then it'll be out for, you know, 4-6 hours, something like that. Crazy windstorm. It was an amulet. It used to sit on a little cushion in the window of Ancestries and Wonders. Sterling silver sparked like a star. Fine piece of work. On one side, there was a half moon, you know, a crescent, and a waning moon. Okay, all right. So he knows everything about this amulet. Like, he clearly knows it intimately. Everyone knew you were always hanging around there drooling over it. Yeah, okay. So there's more story to this amulet and Voljeff that we're going to learn after we take care of this quest for him. But I won't get into too much details on that until we do it. Why would Irabeth arrest her own informant? Took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, that's not really a good argument. They do that in real life all the time. Like, police arrest the snitch in order to allow the snitch to tell them what the snitch needs to tell them, and then they let them go, right? Like, it happens all the time. Had one question about this game that will determine whether or not it'll be a sure buy. Yeah, sure, what's the question? You knew Irabeth's people would protect you, and you could pin the moon going missing on them. Have you seen her? Do you think she'd take a cut of anything I offered her? Yeah. I mean, Iomade embodiment of lawful good, paladin. She's not going to be taking a cut. And Sela is the one who has to back him up on that. Not because it's him, but because it's about Irabeth. Can you have a war pony mount up and then never ever get off? Almost. Almost. Not quite. Although for some people, I would argue that if they got on a war pony, they'd be getting off constantly. But almost. You can be a cavalier, or anybody can mount an animal companion. You don't have to be a cavalier. But cavaliers are best at it. It has to be one size smaller than you. So if you want to ride a pony, you're probably going to have to be a gnome or a halfling. Although I don't believe there's a pony. I think you'd have to pick a horse. And the horse starts large. But you can get on a horse as a human right from the beginning of the game. There is an extra dimensional murder pony that we're going to get access to, but it's a summon. It's not an animal companion, so I don't believe you can mount it. And you do occasionally get off of your mount. Like, when you load into certain zones, you get off the mount, and then you can hop onto it. Halflings can't ride horses normally. Halflings can ride things that are medium to begin with. So the horse is a large creature, and normally most races can only ride the horse at the beginning of the game. Like if you got a bear or a dog or a wolf, you can't ride that at the start of the game as anything but a halfling or a gnome, because well, a gnome, let's say, because you have to be a small creature to get on them at the beginning of the game. If it's that important to you, I'll find it. Awesome. Great way of dealing with this problem. You'll say, sorry, Voljeff, you're a good guy and I was wrong about you. Sure she will. The family will get you wherever you go. Cool. We'll find the real traitor. Sweet. Yeah, we're going to take care of this quest first before we do any of the other stuff. I love how they're just lined up like traitors and we're not. Like Woljif isn't. But they're just going to stay here on their knees for as long as it takes. That's fantastic. Let's loot these guys, though. They have a cage over here that we can't get into yet. If we try to, they're obviously all around us and they'll say no. But we can either break in there or get the key to it later. I think if you get the key, there's more stuff in there. This is what I really want, though, this lockpicker's kit. Oh, trickery bonuses are so schmexy.
You can trust me.
I know I can. For now, we're going to give this to Camellia, because she is still our trickster until we respec people. Well, I do have trickery. She starts with a half-elf skill focus in it, so she is definitely going to be better at trickery, at least until, like I say, we respec things. Everybody come.
With grace?
Wait, why did they spell tiefling that way? You mean thiefling? It's because they're tiefling thieves. It's a thief group made out of tieflings. They're not spelling tiefling this way. They're specifically referring to these tieflings as thieflings. Failed to sneak by the enemies. So this is another random encounter. I shouldn't say random encounter. It's another battle encounter. And it's raining still. So this is 3 cultists, 3 cultists. Unfortunately, she's blocking Camellia, so Camellia is not going to be able to charge this guy. Voljeff can. I mean, he is flat-footed, so Voljeff will get a sneak attack on him if he... Yeah, we're going to do it. Nice. Camellia.
You are today's sacrifice.
We managed to take 5 and hit him, so we're good. Lan can stand where he is and take a full round attack. And my character never even got to it. We are playing a Rowdy Rogue. I'll do a brief recap of that shortly. Just for, you know, the start of this session. Start of the session, we can talk very briefly about the class. I don't want to get into the kind of detail I did about yesterday. So we are playing as a rogue, which is not what I usually like as an archer. I usually like martial classes as an archer, but we're playing as a rogue. But it's a Rowdy Rogue. So Rowdy Rogues lose finesse and finesse training, and in exchange for that they get martial weapon proficiency and vital strike. Vital strike is usually kind of a trap piece of shit on an archer because you can only use it on a standard action. And normally as an archer you want to take a full round attack. So you want things like rapid shot and many shot so you can put a crap ton of arrows down range and do a ton of damage. But because we have vital strike, improved vital strike, and greater vital strike on this class, we're going to get 1 shot every turn, even when our BAB is high. Like when we're level 20 as a rogue, you have 15 BAB because you're a 3/4 BAB class. And that's enough for 3 attacks. We would get our second attack at 10 BAB, which is not level 10. Well, sorry, 11 BAB, which is not level 11 for us. It's further down. A martial class would get their third attack at level 11. We get our third attack further down. But we're only ever going to take 1 shot because we have to take a standard action. But because of Vital Force, every one of our sneak attacks is going to give us an extra 2d6 of precision damage. So at level 5, when we have 3 sneak attack dice, we're going to be doing 9d6 of precision damage. So the 3 sneaks plus 6 additional d6 of precision damage every time we shoot when we're eligible for a sneak attack. And when we don't succeed on the sneak attack, we're still going to get the 6d6 because this happens whether you successfully sneak attack or not. As long as you hit, you get the vital force damage, which is awesome. But 1 shot that does infinity damage. Not quite infinity, but a lot. Yeah, so we get Vital Strike makes us do basically double the damage, Improve makes us do triple the damage, and Greater makes us do quadruple the damage, basically. Not quite. But then Vital Force gives you an additional 2d6 for every sneak attack dice you have. But we learned last time that it's not on successful sneak attacks. You do get it on successful sneak attacks, but you also get it on just normal hits that don't qualify as sneak attacks. So we get 2/3 of our d6 pool on just all of our attacks, and all of them on actual real sneak attacks. So yes, we're a 1-shot, vaporize the opponent build. High risk, high reward. But if we miss, we do no damage, essentially. Like, we don't get 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 potentially shots to try and do a little bit of damage every turn. How hard is it to sneak attack with a ranged weapon? Not very hard at all. So the first way of doing it is hitting people when they are flat-footed and when they can't defend against you. So flat-footed, obviously, before they act. That's how that's going to happen. When they can't defend against you is when you're in stealth. The Trickster has the ability to go into stealth as a move action, so we're going to be able to use our move action to go into stealth, and then use our standard action to Vital Strike. In addition to that, in addition to when they're flat-footed or they can't defend against you, also when you're flanking them, you get sneak attack. So to flank them, it means having 2 melee people next to them So 2 melee people next to them is a flank. So you're threatening them with 2 people in melee, and then anybody who's shooting in with ranged gets flank bonus and sneak attacks. So it's really easy. It's really easy to get sneak attack, essentially, with ranged weapons.
This is my time to shine.
There's a traitor I'm trying to track down. Who's your informant among the tieflings? Canobris is threatened by a demon horde, and you have enough spare time to help out thieves? Yeah. You didn't see the informant's face. He slipped out of a dark alley, handed the note, and disappeared. Cloak with a hood masking his face, but the horns, they didn't fit under it, so they were pretty big horns, longhorn. Do you still need precise shot to shoot into melee? Well, you don't need precise shot, but without it, you're going to take a 4 penalty, so yes, you want precise shot to shoot into melee. It's essentially mandatory. Taking a -4 penalty for no reason is not the nicest experience. So there's a Guardian Golem at Ancestries and Wonders. The code word is Hand of Irori. Cool. All right. So let's head back out and take care of the rest of this quest. Hopefully we can get there before people get fatigued. I'd really like to do this without having to rest. Yeah, things are always a little finicky here. Like, one thing that I noticed, and I don't know if it's a bug or if it's working as intended, and the wording is just wrong, essentially. So Vital Force, it clearly says this is precision damage. So it adds an additional 2d6 per sneak attack die to the damage of his Vital Strike. This is precision damage, right? But, like a water elemental, which we learned yesterday, water elementals are immune to precision damage. But they're not immune to this Vital Force damage. They're immune to the precision damage of our sneak attacks, so we lost the d6 from our sneak attack, but we still did the Vital Force precision damage. So I think I need to read like a water elemental stat block from the pen and paper game to see if it says that it's immune to precision damage or if it's immune to sneak attack damage. Because if it's immune to sneak attack damage, that's working as intended. Because this is a sneak attack dice. These are not sneak attack die. These are additional dice added, but they're added relative to how many sneak attack dice you have, but they are not sneak attack. You get them even when you don't sneak attack, but they are precision damage. So if the thing is immune to precision damage, theoretically it should be immune to this as well, but it's not. That's not the way it works. The game still gives you this damage, even against things that are immune to precision damage. So there's a bit of gray area there. I think you're specifically immune to sneak attack. Yeah, see, that was what I believed. That's what I thought. My impression of it when, like, it's been a long time since I've seen a pen and paper Pathfinder stat block, but I thought the elementals were immune to sneak attack. But in this game, I'm like gesturing with my hands here, guys. In this game, it says things that, it says they're immune to precision damage. It does not say they're immune to sneak attack. And that's more significant because you can get precision damage from sources that aren't actually technically sneak attacks.
No time for idling.
Yet another obstacle.
And that is exactly what this build is designed to do. At level 3, hit for 33 damage on a normal first shot and vaporize the first enemy we shoot at before they even know we're here. So we can see the damage breakdown. We got 2d8 plus 4 for our weapon. We got 2d8 because Vital Strike right now is giving us an extra d8. And then we got our 2d6 of sneak attack damage, and we got 4d6 of additional Vital Strike damage. Immunity to bleed, paralysis, poison, sleep, and stunning. Not subjects to critical hits or flanking. Does not take additional damage from precision-based attacks such as sneak attacks. Okay, so it does specifically use the word precision-based. So again, I would read that as it's too gray of an area to tell again. Okay, where are the rest? It might be a bug, but it also might be working as intended. Like, that's why Pathfinder is not good about being explicit, and I'm going to use an example that I used a little earlier today here. The Duelist and the Sword Saint both have an ability. What's Pathfinder's expression for this? A extraordinary ability? Is that what they call it? Called Uncanny Defense, or called Canny Defense, where they get to add their intelligence to their AC based on a bunch of rules and all that kind of stuff. And they both have the same name, but they both have different mechanics to them. So in Pathfinder rules, those are different abilities because they mechanically work differently. So if you are both a duelist and a sword saint, you have two abilities, both named Canny Defense, and you can double dip the intelligence into AC. It works. It's the rules in pen and paper. There have been errata published to say that it's the rules in pen and paper. That's the way people have been playing for ages in pen and paper, and it works in the game as well. Mechanically, it works in Kingmaker and Wrath. So that is the way it works. It's a fact. You get to use Canny Defense twice, but it has the same name, which is so ambiguous. It makes it sound like it's the same ability and you shouldn't be able to do it. Like, if you had Uncanny Dodge, which is a normal feat, right? You wouldn't be able to double dip like that. You can only have it once. It's not like you get the benefits of it twice.
Make every strike count.
But that's just the way that so many things in the Pathfinder system are. They're not explicit, they're not clear.
Your time is over.
34 damage to the giant fly again there. Like, that is the purpose of our build. One-shot vaporize people just like that. Yeah, like, I don't have all of the terms for the pen and paper stuff down perfectly because I stopped playing like Pathfinder and 3.5 derivative systems in person ages ago just because I don't want to fight with goblins that should take 10 minutes to take 3.5 hours for the players, essentially. And that's what the system does. But I absolutely love it in a computer game. Let the computer take all the burden for me. Generally speaking, two effects that come from the same source don't stack if you have two different versions of the same ability, and they aren't both feats or both. They should stack. But they are both.
How cute!
They are both, what is it, extraordinary abilities? Is that the name of it? They are both extraordinary abilities. They have the same name. Like, it's just too ambiguous. But they are different. Mechanically, they function differently, so they are different abilities, even though they have the same name. And they come from a different source, so I totally support the fact that they work together. I'm not trying to argue, like, there are people who argue against them working together. And I'm not trying to argue against it, because I understand they are supposed to work together. And there have been errata published that say that they do work together, but all I'm saying here is it's a bad way of naming. It's a bad convention where you name two abilities that are similar but mechanically different and stack separately as the same thing. Finian, the talking weapon. Phew, free at last. I thought I was flying like a pancake under that rubble. Much obliged. Damn. I'm not in any pain, but my head is still foggy for some reason. What's with all the hubbub in the city? My name is Finian. I'm a Pathfinder. If there's anything I can do to help, I will. Finian is fantastic. So Finian is an ascension weapon, essentially, and he is a Pathfinder. That's right, Finian Dismar, Pathfinder and Crusader. I roam around the whirlwind wherever my tasks lead me. Usually two abilities that do the same thing don't stack unless explicitly stated. Yeah, meaning if they add dodge, the two dodge sources stack. And that's a part of this argument. because they add dodge. They add a dodge bonus to your AC. But they have the same name, and they both add a dodge bonus to your AC, but dodge stacks. So I'm bored out of my mind, but at least this shop makes for better lodging than some inn. What are you? Monkey grip and powerful. Yeah. What's that supposed to mean? I just told you. You want to know where I hail from? Is that it? Well, I'm from around here, actually. We Kellas of the Star Eye clan fled when the Whirlwind Troubles began, and I couldn't stand by while the demons wreaked havoc, so I came back. I'm getting distracted by all kinds of stuff right now, and it's fantastic. I love the mechanical discussions. So for people who like the mechanical discussions, we got a lot of that going on. For people who want, you know, the game, I'm sorry, but we will be playing the game as well. We'll be doing both today. They both let you use a weapon one size category larger, but that doesn't allow you to wield a weapon two sizes larger. Dodge bonus. Dodge bonus is always stack, yes, but it's not about the dodge bonuses stacking. It's about the fact that it sounds like it's the same ability. It sounds like dodge bonuses stack, but it sounds like what you're doing is putting on 2 rings of protection kind of thing, right? Like 2 sources of the same source, essentially. It's just too ambiguous is all it is. A phantom blade, what's that? It's like a spiritualist, but with a twist. Ba-dum-pa-ch. It means that some spirit took a liking to me at some point. And it can turn into whatever weapon I need. Fantastic. City's under attack by demons. Wait, what? Last thing I saw, some thieves were breaking in here. Hey, what do you know? That's exactly what I came here to ask about. Just laying under the shelves like some dimwit until you came along. Excuse me. We must do something about it. I'm on it. Yeah, sure. I'll take you with me. So we're going to have lots of time to talk to Finian, the talking weapon, as time goes on. You can actually use Finian for yourself. And if we go to our inventory down here, this is how we communicate with Finian. So here's our party. And Finian is like an honorary party member here off on the right. And yeah, we can...
There's something over there!
We can use him as various different kinds of weapons in the future as well. Some scrolls torn apart. Let's do a quick save. Pip Fox. Summon a Pip Fox familiar. Provides a +3 bonus on Knowledge Arcana and +2 Insight on Perception skill checks. Who currently is my primary perceiver? It's unfortunately Lan at the moment. And me. You know, I'm actually... I never use this, but I'm actually going to use the Pip Fox familiar. I'm actually going to do it. Also, I guess you can wear a charisma headband. After that level up, I probably should have redone my spells as well. Man, I am... Yeah, you're not high enough yet. I am a little bit behind on handling every... Oh, no, we don't want to remove a spell. We're going to add Bless. We're going to want a Bless and a Bane. She is not a cleric, so she can't spontaneously convert a spell into a cure, so she actually has to have cures prepared currently. Ugh, bull strength, gross. Barkskin, though. But I don't think we're going to take Barkskin. I'm going to give her a protection from alignment. And Voljev Grease is his most important thing, and honestly, I'm going to get rid of all of that to give him Grease. And I'm actually going to, like, I just forgot 2 spells in order to do that, because I don't want to forget to do it when it's rest time. Yeah, so, I mean, it's Pathfinder. If you play Pathfinder Kingmaker, hey, another natural armor. Who's wearing the first one? You are. I can't put it on Camellia because my waifu can't. I can't take her. I can't take her. Hide my alignment amulet off of her. We were able to identify it now though, so they can conceal their alignment. So I guess for now we're gonna put it on Voljeff, but once I respec my companions, which should be happening today, we'll take care of that. The one thing I would caution about is it's an Owlcat game, and Owlcat games are always
Hey, have a look!
are always buggy at launch, and this game is no different.
So exciting!
I have had experiences where I've had playthroughs die because of bugs already
What's
with
on
this
your
game.
mind? I wonder.
But it's getting much better every time they patch. They're patching a lot of problems all the time, and if we learned anything from Kingmaker, Owlcat actually cares about getting their game into like a rock solid stable state, because Kingmaker, despite the bugs at launch, they invested the time to make it perfect, and they will do that with this game too. I have full confidence in that. Master code word. So Tand of Aurori, Irabeth told us that. Code word correct. Awaiting orders. Who created you? Created by this. Contact Mr. Gaffrain. Level 7 in your Thursday game. Nice. I believe in my 5th edition game, which we had to stop a year and a half or a year and 3/4 ago because of the pandemic, and we still can't resume yet, I believe their characters got to level 9. They were just hitting level 9. Maybe they didn't hit level 9, but they were about to hit level 9. I'm pretty sure the landmark that I gave for them was about to happen. Tell me about any suspicious people who came to the shop in the last week. Which means if we had continued playing all the way through to today, we'd probably be like within 6 months of wrapping up the campaign at this point. 56 individuals entered the shop. Human, female, old, no, male, old, human, no. Were any suspicious people tieflings? 3. Male, middle-aged, male, young, female, young. The young male. Medium height, short horns. So not this one, because remember Irabeth said the horns didn't fit under the hood. Curling backward. Medium length tail, eye color yellow, hair color black. Annoyed master. Annoyed his master. Horns, hair, tail, sounds like me. Oh, that was him. Okay. Or maybe not. He says that's impossible. Unremarkable subject. Can't have been him. Okay. Middle-aged. Medium height, long horns. That sounds a little more promising. Medium length tail, pale blue eyes, dark skin, red hair. So Voljeff thinks that's our traitor. And the female. Above average height, long pale hair, tail not observed, long horns, eye color blue, scar on nose, baldric with gold stitching. Don't know that person. So not one of the thieflings then. Where is your master? In his hiding place. Revealing the location of the hiding place is prohibited. 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 He likely holed himself in the basement when the commotion started. The entrance should be around here somewhere. So he can't tell us how to get to his hiding place, but can you tell me how to get to the basement? Basement is below me. I guard the basement. Leaving my post is prohibited. Yeah. See? Robots, dude. Running a 5e game for some of your own co-workers. Nice. See, in person, I think 5e is a fantastic thing in person. I think I was skeptical about it when it debuted, and I was like, okay, so 4th edition was kind of a letdown in a lot of ways, and 5th edition seems to simplify a lot of things. How is this going to work? What's the experience going to be like? And I was skeptical, and then started playing it, and I was like, okay, no, this is the way that tabletop games need to go, because you can keep the momentum going and you can make progress in your game. It's not about mechanics, it's about role playing now. But like I say, I love this the complicated Pathfinder system, the first edition Pathfinder system here in Kingmaker and Wrath of the Righteous. It's brilliant when I get a computer to control all of the mechanics for me.
The mongrel did it.
To the basement.
With grace?
100% lockpicking. Sounds good to
I
me.
hope you appreciate this.
Nothing I really care too much about in there. Alcohol. Not going to say no to some alcohol. And the reason we're here, marauders, bandits, scavengers. Love the mechanics of 3.5 Pathfinder and the roleplay of 5th. Leaning towards the roleplay these days. Yeah, like, I just, in-person sessions I like to move smoothly. It just feels to me like when you have that many people together and they're all trying to figure things out, because the players aren't all at the same level. And they're not all going to be like, even if you know the system perfectly, the players aren't necessarily going to. And I'm not going to, hold a session or hold a campaign where I expect the players to know the system perfectly inside and out. I want people to have fun doing something that's fun with people they like, right? Or all those things and much, much more. Before you're ready to report us to the authorities, mind if we have a chat? Shut it, or you'll pay for your insults with your life. Calm down. You do look better dressed than the local thieves and ragamuffins. Excellent. I like your choice of vocabulary, sir. Voljef, the dirty little sneak thief. Yeah, so he has noticed Voljef in his shop for years. Sneaking around, probably eyeing that moon. Whatever's left of it. Cool. Your shop's fine. A bit ransacked, maybe. Where were you the night of the robberies? Do you think I robbed my own shop? I was here in the basement. Of course you were. The watch. They told you what to do. Okay. That makes sense. And you've been down here the entire time. So he's been down here since his shop was robbed, and the watch caught Voljef robbing the shop. So it's not like they were busy fighting demons. So he's been down here for a while. Why would I tell you about my customers? I'm helping the Eagle Watch. I'm with the Brute Squad. You are the Brute Squad. Okay, let's try intimidating him instead. Oh, we failed there too. Go ahead and kill me before my creditors come knocking. Voljef, you try. With the Devourer demon from the depths of the abyss. I'm pretty sure this is just an illusion, though. I'll tell you everything. I did kick that pup. Ah. But I didn't know it was gonna go flying halfway across the yard, man. Ugh, brutal. Tell us about the tieflings. So he's known Voljef for a long time. He's been skulking around his shop, treating it like a museum, always wanted to look at the Moon of the Abyss. So we already sort of know that. Tell me about the red-haired tiefling. Spent a long time looking around. Modest means. Could tell by his clothes. Azamar made chainmail. He certainly couldn't afford it. Okay, so that's what he was looking at. Can't remember what he looked like. Didn't get a good look at his face. Was wrapped in a green cloak. Like he was freezing, but that's all he has. Okay, so red hair, long horns, green cloak. Voljef thinks that's enough of a description to catch them. Tell me about the woman. A noble lady. Okay, yeah, so not one of the thieflings. This was just a bystander, a noble tiefling who was here purchasing magical equipment. And she paid money, so he must love that. I'm tired of you, die. Oh, no, he's fine. Cool. Let's resolve this quest. As if I hadn't done it, like, 9 times already at this point.
This is my time to shine.
I really do hope that we don't get fatigued by the time I get there. I want to wrap this all up in one day. Yeah! So our first day of the crusade, and we've taken care of this thiefling quest without getting fatigued and having to rest. Yeah, we'll just speak to her. I should save for... Damn it, I keep not saving before these conversations. Take a good look at the suspects. The redheads are Melrune and Doffy. So it's Melrune or Doffy. The darkskins are Varnier, Doffy, and Melrune. They were dark-skinned as well. So again, Melrune and Doffy. Doffy, Melrune, and Tavy have straight horns, but Tavy is female, so again, Doffy or Melrune. Only Varnier and Melrune have green cloaks. Melrune. I'm ready to give a name. The traitor is Melrune. You'll pay for this. I love that you can press space to skip those now. Nice. Take him away for questioning. Stab the guy in the back, eviscerate him, have him dying in a pool of his own blood. Take him away for questioning. 30 minutes later, he confessed. Wow! Wow! 30 minutes of torture and he confessed? You know the demons have their standards set low when they're using people who break like fine china. Someone connected to the cult of Baphomet ordered him to steal the moon of the abyss. You've got the moon? Let me look at it one more time. So Voljev is definitely making it sound like he has no idea where the moon is. So the moon was gone. It's missing. Nobody has it. It's AWOL. It's totally lost. Who'd have thunk it? What are you going to do now? Clear out. Can I join the family? No, because we're not a tiefling. There's a little bit more to this conversation if you happen to be a tiefling, but the tieflings here are not the biggest deal. What are you going to do to the traitor? He'll be sent to visit his distant relatives on the farm to think about what he did. Any more questions? Nice. You forgot something. The apology. Remember when he said that she would apologize to him? And obviously she doesn't want to do it, but +9? Ah, too bad. That's all I've got. There's a couple of diplomacy checks there that if you do pass, you get the key to this cage. And there's more in the cage if you get it with the key, I think. We do have the ability to lockpick our way in, though, so we're just going to do that. For now, let's get out of here.
I found something.
Actually, we didn't even need to lockpick our way in. There's the trap.
I am helpful.
I'm like, where
am
the
I
hell
not?
is the mechanism? I'm always suspicious of these kinds of chests where it gives you like a persistent loot and you can go back into it later and loot it again. Because like in Kingmaker, when these chests happened, they were like the druid's chests, right? And if you put herbs into them, you would get stuff back. So I'm always suspicious when there's chests like this, but I don't know of this one doing anything special. No nasty trap. Wow. Yeah, so there's a lot more in here if you get the key. Like, there's a ton of gold in here, like thousands of gold in here. There's magic items. Like, there's a lot more stuff in here if you get the key. But we failed that, so be it.
How cute!
And I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna reload just for that. As we sort of established yesterday. We're not going to save scum literally everything in here, but there might be like 1 or 2 things a night where I really do want a particular outcome, and we do end up doing that. So I do need to talk to Voljeff again, and I do need to talk to Staunton still. Okay, so we're going to head back, and by the time we get back, we're probably going to need to rest. Wow. So I went to the Tiefling Hideout, back to Defender's Heart, to Ancestries and Wonders, then to the Tiefling Hideout, and then back to Defender's Heart again, and I haven't gotten fatigued yet. Good God. We are going to rest here, though, before we head out. Just
So
because I had to come back here and talk to Staunton anyway. We forgot to do that on our first pass-through. And I think the second pass-through, because I think I said on my second pass-through that I need to talk to him, and then I didn't do it again. Oh, it's you. Good work back there in the Grey Garrison. Name's Staunton Vane. Have you heard rumors about me? Just so you know, everything people say about me, it's true. Sorry for attacking you in the Grey Garrison. Yeah, we went kind of berserk because we let the demon fill us. Don't worry about it. Anything can happen in battle, especially when you're dealing with demons, since we're on the subject. Cloak of Unbending Will. Okay, I guess? Tell me about the elf who calls himself the Storyteller. This is what we're really here for. He gives us the hint about where we need to go and find the Storyteller. Blackwing Library. Awesome. So I think if we went to the Blackwing Library right now, the Storyteller is there, and there's a group of Crusaders that if we rescue, they will join us in the assault on the Grey Garrison, and they like cast a ritual on us that gives like ritual haste that lasts for like an hour, and it's super OP because just imagine having haste for an hour. But if we go there later, I'm pretty sure that the group of Crusaders dies, but the Storyteller survives. They say I'm a traitor as bad as Arilu Vorlesh. That's the architect of the World Wound. And I would say, other than us, Arilu Vorlesh is the primary central character of this game as well, if I had to say so. Why do they hate you? You really don't know. I'm the reason why the Crusade forces are holed up in this fortress. Yeah. So, Staunton here. Staunton's actions led to the fell of Dresden. If you need to refer back to our discussion with Minago in yesterday's session, Minago sort of explains what happened. The demon seductress who seduced Staunton Vane and led to the fall of the citadel city of Dresden. You were given the chance at life, so live. We're chaotic after all. You think you're the first to come give me sermons? If you don't trust the word of the condemned, go ask somebody else, like my brother Joran. I already spoke to Joran. So Joran keeps him going. Joran is dedicated to Staunton. It's not up to him to decide if he's paid his penance. The life is in his queen's hands. Sort of like... So there's this... Nobody is going to know this. I'm about to quote like like American fantasy series that nobody's going to know, and nobody in this chat is going to know the author. Like if I talk to you about like Brandon Sanderson or Robert Jordan or, you know, any of the famous American fantasy authors, like a lot of people are going to know them. There is a series though, it's the Air Awakens series by a woman, so like Elise Kova or something like that, where there's a character named Jax, and Jax is very much like Staunton in the sense that due to a thing that happened in his past, his life is literally in the Monarch's hands, and sort of becomes the dog of his king in that particular case. Yeah, I don't know why I went on like a 3-minute aside about a fantasy series that I guarantee you nobody in chat knows anything about.
With grace?
All right, let's go talk to Voljeff.
Psst, look, Chief, I got something to show you. Ta-da! A real beaut, isn't it?
So he has the amulet of the moon, the moon and the abyss, whatever. He's got the amulet. So you did betray them.
That cuts me deep, Chief. You and I saw who the traitor was. It's just that when we robbed the shop, I went in first and took what I wanted. Nothing wrong with that.
Nice.
Although, of course, I did think about hiding the moon and just taking myself off somewhere warm when all this blows over. But only because I want to see the world. Is it a crime to want to travel? Huh? Is that what counts for treachery these days?
So I will say that people, and tieflings for that matter, which are people in my book, are creatures of habit. And Voljeff just showed us that, yes, he's going to look out for himself. Yes, he's going to screw over his compatriots. And yes, he's going to run away and hide under the table instead of participating in what everybody else is when shit goes south. And that's kind of what happens with his character. And let's remember that. Let's remember that Voljeff is not necessarily always going to... Like, he's not like Tristan levels of I'm plotting against you, trying to fuck you over from the beginning, like in Kingmaker. But he's certainly in it for himself. And when it comes time to really rely on the guy, maybe we got to ask ourselves if he's going to be there for us.
Since that night, Chief, Melround didn't even set eyes on it. While he was dealing with the golem, I sneaked past them, and that was that.
Why is it so important?
You really not remember it? Oh, I thought you would appreciate it. It's from the old man Fileman, the owner of the Ancient Trees and Wonders shop.
Yeah, that I know.
It's the pride of his collection. The Moon of the Abyss, an amulet with a rare crystal crafted by an unknown maker. When I think of how much this thing is worth, it makes my head spin.
How did you manage to hide it? And how far up the cheeks did it need to go?
Thieves have their ways.
Why didn't you give it away?
What? So she would slay me right away, you mean? You saw how antsy she was over Canabras and all this. So I did it. I took the Moon of the Abyss. But I didn't go to Erebeth. And Big Sister wouldn't hear my explanations. She doesn't have the time. I even thought I'd hide the moon somewhere. And then when all the noise had died down, I'd go get it and make a run for it. I'm sick of the thieflings. And they never appreciated me anyway.
Why did you steal it?
Why, she asks. It's expensive. Pretty. And you know, it's my amulet, actually. Not meaning I stole it, but... I mean, this is my inheritance. My grandma and I were poor. All we had was a jewelry box with the moon in it. She used to store it under the floor in the basement, and she'd take it out sometimes just to look at it. She was always nicer when she had a few drinks in her, so I could ask her things then. One time I asked where she got it from, and she said it was from a demon. You know, the demon who was my grandfather. He said the moon was to be passed down. My ma was good for nothing and nobody, so that's why Grandma decided to keep the amulet for me. She used to say it would be mine when I grew up.
The hint of introduction to a much deeper story with Voljeff that I frankly don't care about, and you know why I don't care about it? Because there's this character in the game called Camellia, and her story is just too effing good. And Arushale, and her story is just too effing good. And Darren, and his story is just too effing good. And Voljeff, I just don't care about the guy. Like, I can't make myself care about this guy. I care about him as much as I cared about Regongar in Kingmaker, which is absolutely nothing.
But she couldn't wait until I grew up. She squandered my inheritance when she became a drunk. Took it to Fileman's shop and pawned it. He gave her some coppers for it, and she didn't even haggle. Just grabbed them and ran back to the tavern before last orders.
And Ember's story, oh my god. Ember's story can be really good too. Like, all she is a nice girl through the whole campaign, and so much stuff can happen as a result of it.
I've been going to Fileman's to look at the moon ever since I was a kid. He chased me away, but I just kept going back, so eventually he gave up. He didn't skimp on security. The place was like a fortress, so he wasn't worried about a street rat like me pinching anything. Even when I got more skilled, I couldn't get any closer to it. One day, I had no one to go with. Another day, there were only oafs who'd never stolen anything more than a church donation box. But when Charisme had planned everything out, I realized I had a chance to get the moon and move away from here. Maybe to Garand. I hear it's warmer there. I've stayed with the family for too long.
You deceive the people who considered you friends. That's not the way you treat your friends. No. You did the right thing by not giving away the amulet. Stealing from thieves isn't even stealing. Oh. Oh.
Allies, friends, it's all a load of crap. Life brings us together, forces us to make plans, do whatever it is we do, but it's a safe bet that this ain't forever. I might be a traitor, but the others, are they any better than me? Melround had a good reputation in the family. He was trusted, and you see what happened. If you abide by the law, anyone can rob you. So you need to break the law first when no one expects it, and run before you go soft and get too attached.
So we are playing chaotic neutral, and in my book, chaotic neutral is actually code for chaotic greedy. So we're going to sort of play that way. I think generally speaking, we're going to edge closer to the side of good, but we're definitely going to have some evil to us as well.
Whatever you think, I owe you. I'm not just a thief. I have my own business selling things. Thanks to you, I'm still in the family. And we have the black market sewn up in this city. It's a good way to sell valuables. So, if you need anything, a scroll or something, just say the word. I have a little portal to our people in Nerosian. You put a note there, and you get what you need. I can't get you anything big, but what they do have is all high quality.
Cool. What do you currently have? Poison darts, S-stock of purity. If I was using an S-stock, that'd be interesting. Quarterstaff of slip. Wands could be potentially useful for us in the future once we get the ability to the trickster ability. If we get the trickster ability, I'm not actually guaranteeing that we're getting it. Where wands don't use charges when we use them, like we just have infinite charges essentially. Could be good. Yeah, nothing I want right now though. And I'm not going to sell to him. I am going to offload our current goods though. Bulk sell. We need to equip that. We're going to get rid of all the food because I am never going to cook anything other than a hearty meal. We also don't want any scrolls. I don't recommend this for most people, by the way, if you're playing this game or any of these kinds of Pathfinder games. I recommend keeping reagents. I recommend keeping ingredients. I recommend using them. I recommend brewing potions. We're not going to do any of that, though. Sweet. So that's 1163. Was there anything here that I wanted to buy right away? No. No. We're not going to be casting cantrips. Nenio's going to be respec'd into a vivisectionist. So I'm going to have arcane for buffs, but I'm not actually going to have like a fireball slinger or a dragon breath slinger or a Sirocco user or anything like that. We are going very much fighting in this playthrough. I'm going to use arcane buffs from Nenio as an alchemist, and then possibly a sword saint who might also do some arcane buffs for me. but maybe I'm going to go Duelist instead of Sword Saint. And then we're going to have a Cleric as well. Yeah, so no, you don't have anything I want right now. Let's go to our chest and let's offload all of our stuff. And then we're going to sleep and get all of our spells refreshed. I did change my spells already. So you can have that. Is that restoration? Yeah, it is. Do I want to carry this with me? No. I'll leave it here. We'll do our respecking when we get back to this place later. We won't do it in the field. Our cloak. +3 resistance bonus on will saving throws. Sure. Thematically, it fits him. The color fits. It matches. And we're not going to be using Volja for that much longer anyway. Alright, let's get back out there. So, we got some choices. Well, no, we don't have choices. Next place we're going is Market Square. But after Market Square, we've got some choices. So let's talk about it. We've taken care of the Thieflings. Next, we're going to head down to Market Square, which is the next sort of big map. Market Square, I mean, it's probably going to take us about an hour, but you can probably do it anywhere between a half hour and 45 minutes if you blitz through it and you know the game, to an hour and a half to 2 hours if you're not sure and it's like your first time there. I'm going to think it's probably going to take us about an hour. Excuse me, it's a big map. There's lots happening there. We're going to pick up another character, which is going to fill our party there. But we're not going to be using that character in the long run. Then we have a choice. We can either go to the Tower of Estrad and maybe take care of Gwyrm's Mansion. That's Camellia and Horgas Worm, remember? We are getting a reward for that. And to the Tirabade Residence. Or we can head north to the Blackwing Library to get the Storyteller and the Pitaxian Wine Cellar. The reward for going to Blackwing early is that we save a group of Crusaders who cast a super powerful haste spell on us that lasts for like an hour when we do the assault on the Grey Garrison, which might be nice. The reward for going to the Tower of Estrad is eventually we're going to get assaulted at Defender's Heart. And the assault is a lot easier to take, and there's less demons there, and we meet a cool guy if we go to the Tower of Estrad. And there might be some more magical gear in the basement of it, too. I'm not sure. We'll probably go to the Tower of Estrad. I'm thinking that might be the way we do this. But in any case, we have to go to Market Square first. We're going to do a quick save before we actually enter the location, though. And there's a lot happening on this map. Like, there is tons happening on this map. A lot of battle and a lot of role-playing. It's a lot like in Kingmaker, there was the Witch's Hut. It's as dense as the Witch's Hut, possibly more.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Enormous cracks appeared after a magically induced earthquake struck the land. Fascinating. Voljeff, I want you up here, by the way. I hate these tutorials always popping up, even if you disable them.
Friendship lasts forever.
Did we find trouble? No.
Friendship
They
lasts
did.
forever as long as I don't 36 damage one-shot him into the dirt. I don't actually want land to move up there. Camellia, you move up there. Yeah, that's why. All right, Lan, take your
You've
shot.
crossed the wrong mongrel.
It's a hit. Liz is still going to act before him, so he's still going to be flat-footed against Liz. So I'll charge in there with Camellia. We'll try and do a little bit more damage. And Vol'jif will move in too. Might as well get the flank established. And a hit here would be great. Excellent. I love the one-shot kills. That's what the build is made to do after all. Hopefully we will get everything on this map, but there is a significant chance that I miss something. It's a big map. Puppy! Puppy!
How cute!
Yeah, I agree. Anything over here? Apparently not. There is a chest beside one of these houses, but it's not this one.
So exciting!
We do want to move very slowly and deliberately because of things like this. When we have the ability to just assassinate people,
For me.
we want to take advantage of that ability, right? Lan. So Marauder, Marauder, Marauder. You have shots on this one, though.
survive me.
We're actually at sort of maximum distance there, even with our longbows, and we've got this corner to go around, which is a bit of a problem. So they're still flat-footed, which means
Distract them for
Vol'jif
me.
can still get a sneak attack. Or can he? He still hadn't acted yet.
Endure this.
In any case,
Go for their heart!
we're gonna get our melee people in there anyway. Because this is his first action. And I don't care about Vol'jif taking a bit of damage. We still have that wand as well, so it really doesn't matter to me.
Stand down. You'll trouble me no more.
And that was a perfect example of Vital Strike and one of its advantages. Because we had to move to get into range to shoot there, we could not take a full round attack. So Vital Strike, since it's only a standard action, we only get one shot with it, actually works out in our build's favor. Whereas somebody like Lan taking that, he would not be able to get his multi-shot from his flurry of blows and all that stuff. He'd only get one shot in that situation.
Into the fray!
All right, we got two of them here.
Time
Kill
to
him.
share your treasures.
Yeah. And now this guy.
Make every strike count.
Ooh. Finish him
I'll
off.
cut you wide open!
Perfect.
With grace?
I mean, not truly perfect, because Vol'jif did take a bunch of damage there. But pretty good. Pretty darn good. This might be Ember. Is this Ember? Yeah.
We'll make this quick. She won't feel a thing.
I don't know. Can we really do this?
Listen, we don't have a choice. There are demons everywhere. What else would you have us do?
A group of knights surrounds a young elven girl. She is dressed in rags that barely cover the hideous scars on her body. The beggar girl is on her knees, watching placidly as the people argue hatedly around her, as if she doesn't sense the looming threat at all. A black crow flies in agitated circles above her head. A familiar.
In Iomede's name, we're sorry, girl, but it is our duty. We have to do this, not for our own sake, but for the sake of everyone who can still be saved from the demons. If we don't win this battle, you won't have long to live anyway.
They're insane! We've got to do something!
Yeah.
I understand. You're scared. You feel powerless. You think this will help. You don't have to justify yourselves to me. Just do what you've decided to do.
Now, I don't like playing with Ember as part of my party, I'm not a fan of it. Even respecking her, I'm usually not a fan of pure elves in the party. I don't usually have a good way to fit them in. And Ember in general is kind of like eh. But Ember is one of the very interesting stories in this game. Like, some absolutely insane stuff can happen as a result of just the pure goodness in Ember's heart. Like, I'm not even going to get into examples because it's too spoilery, but there is just so much that can happen just as a result of the pureness of Ember's heart. I noticed we dropped a couple frames there not too long ago. Hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully we didn't experience too much of an issue there. But we seem to be totally stable at the moment. What's going on here?
We...
Our weapons barely scratch the demon's hides. We're sacrificing this girl to Iomade so we can consecrate our weapons with her innocent blood and gain the power to destroy the spawn of the abyss.
That sort of sounds like demon talk to me there, bro. Not gonna lie.
It's extreme, but we have no other choice. We have to defend this city somehow, or else we'll all perish, including her.
That's ridiculous. The teachings of Iomade directly prohibit the killing of innocents. The goddess will curse you for making these so-called sacrifice. That's only a +6. We got a +9 on who told you to do this. And a +9 on the intimidate.
Whoa, no need for that.
22.
Please, don't fight! All of you are good people, defenders of the city. Please don't hurt them. They just made a mistake.
They take off running.
And they all lived. I was sure that someone would die today. So many people have died here already. But we are still alive for some reason. Strange, isn't it? But you shouldn't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a silly girl, really.
Like, you're just a silly girl with what is clearly a familiar.
Call me Ember. I live here, on the streets, for many years now. But there's nothing to say about me.
I don't think you're an ordinary girl, and that crow you have there, it's not ordinary either.
No, don't be silly.
Crow.
I'm very ordinary. Well, I know different types of tricks, but Soot taught me those.
Soot.
Now Soot here, she truly is unusual. She's clever and she can talk, but only to me. She teaches me magic tricks and lots of other stuff. I don't know what I'd do without her.
Normally, you're like crazy girl on the street. Sure. But us? No, we're a trickster. We're chaotic to the core. Magic tricks, you say? You could be useful. Come with me.
I must have misheard. This girl? Join our party? What could we possibly want with this dirty little beggar?
Oh, Camellia, darling. Darling. Darling girl. What could you possibly want to do with a living, breathing person? Possibly make them not living, breathing anymore? And I'm not saying we're going to do that with Ember. Certainly not. Ember's too nice. But I'm just saying, Camellia, why would you want to give up bringing, you know, some poor innocent soul along with us that you can make no longer a poor innocent soul?
Sure. Let's go.
This is my
We'll
time
make
to
things
shine.
right.
So Ember starts as a stigmatized witch, which... Witches, like shaman, have access to hexes, so great. Stigmatized witch, she has a raven familiar. She uses charisma as her casting modifier, as a stigmatized witch. And I just don't like them. I don't like witches in general. She's an atheist. Lovely. I mean, she's on the right page about that, in my opinion. Although the gods objectively exist in Galarian, so it doesn't really matter what your beliefs on that are, because they like objectively
to me.
exist. All right. Anyway,
Trust in yourself.
having her along is going to allow me to do a lot of healing, because that's probably what I'm going to put her into for the first level she gets. Assuming we... No, she already has the ability to heal. Okay. We might not actually even get a level with her before we get our actual party members, but I think we very well might.
Fear. Do not waver.
So swarms. Swarms want to be hit by AoE attacks like Burning Hands, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to smash these into pieces.
What do we have here?
Because that works 1 versus 2. Bull.
Cover me, all right?
Because just hitting them works as well. Hopefully we don't get infected with anything and get ability damage, though. That would not be pleasant.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Go ahead and take 5, and then shoot it.
Crossed the wrong mongrel.
Yeah, there we go. Reason we wanted that, because I want Liz to have the ability to act without being poisoned by these.
Away, you rascal!
24 damage to a swarm. 1 shot kills a swarm. That's not the way swarms are supposed to work, by the way, guys.
Surrender, or else.
Like in pen and paper, to deal with a swarm like this, if you're not going to use an AoE like a Burning Hands or something, you like swing at them with torches and stuff like that. Not shoot an arrow at them and kill the swarm. That's not the way it works. But they learned from Kingmaker and people dealing with swarms in Kingmaker, and they made them easier to deal with in Wrath.
The spirits demand your blood!
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
We did save, though. Okay, good. What's the DC out of curiosity? 10. DC 10. Ooh. We got a 10. Yeah, I really don't like taking...
The light take you.
I really don't like taking saving throws from attacks like that. So... Those are the kinds of
Now
fights that
what
very
is
often
that?
I'll do in real-time with pause mode and not turn-based mode. Just because it's a lot simpler to take those
Well?
fights in real-time with pause.
I am helpful, am I not?
Indeed you are, honey. Indeed you are.
I hope you appreciate this.
So that's a magic hide armor. That's kind of nice. It's not a magic short sword. Regular short bow and a dagger. I mean, we're going to take it all because we can handle the encumbrance for now, especially now that we got our bag of holding, but
How
man.
cute!
So this is something where I don't know what I want to do here, and I'm considering possibly loading until we get the result I want here. So this is obviously a demon summoning ritual, right? Hidden behind the bookshelf. Incomplete magic circle for summoning ritual. We can attempt to finish the ritual. And if we do, a big demon shows up and we have to fight the demon on the map later on. And it's kind of hard for level 3s. We end up fighting a ton of these demons later on, like when we storm Dresden. But for level 3s, it's kind of rough. But let's just take a quick peek. What do we have for Arcana? Nine. So I'd have to roll an 11. Honestly, I'm thinking we just destroy this magic circle. So now we don't need to deal with that demon, but we don't get the benefits of dealing with that demon. Which again, I'm not too perturbed by. I'm fine with that. There's apparently loot here that I didn't get. Ah, what do you know? And is this where the chest is? It totally is, right there. 95%. Go get that for me, Camellia.
I am helpful, am I not?
Light mace. I love how a light mace is finesse wielding. Damn. Scroll of Cure Light Wounds. Alright, let's proceed. Okay, who do we got here? We've got an archer, a marauder, an archer, and a rookie marauder.
Adventures are exciting.
So this guy's
Your
probably the
time
best
is
guy to
over.
kill.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
We hit him for 23. We did get the shot. We didn't get sneak attack on him, though. And he's still alive after 23 damage. With like 1 HP. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Ah! Well, Volja's turn is wasted because, again, that bug from last time. It should tell you you're not allowed to charge there, or it should just charge straight through Sela. Well, he's going to take 5 and step in front of everybody else. So that they wouldn't be able to charge even if they wanted to. Ha ha ha! Ember is not going to use a spell here. She's just going to try and shoot. And we should have a full round attack. No, we don't. It's our first turn.
You won't survive me.
3 damage wasn't enough to finish him off. Damn. He just walked up to Sela and died. I want to get on these archers because I want to make them take an attack of opportunity.
Distract them from me.
Nice.
Yeah!
I don't want Camellia to take an attack of opportunity in order to make that happen, though, so
Sacrifice.
we'll just try and vaporize this guy from afar or something.
I'll hit you.
Hey, you did too. Nice.
No glory without
Man, early game enemies.
Endure this.
Sweet. And our second shot. Nice. See? Once Lan gets some attacks into him, he can start to carry a bit as a Zen Archer. Zen Archers are good, man. Just because we can vaporize somebody with one shot like that doesn't mean that Lan is bad. Because he takes multiple shots, he does have the ability to just vaporize 3 things in one turn, where we're never going to do that.
With grace?
Well, thank you very much, looters. You've done my job for me. You've looted everything and brought it to a central cart. And I appreciate your efforts.
They will break against our resolve.
Okay, are you in behind somebody? No, you're at the front. Oh, jeez. That went swimmingly. What do we got here? A barbarian, a sharpshooter, and a cleric.
You won't stop us.
Nice. Okay, Lan.
Make every strike
Take a full round attack. Only got the one. Can I? Yes. I have the ability to shoot either of these. We're going to go for a vital strike on the cleric. The Rowdy Rogue, guys. This one shot, one kill, high risk, high reward assassin Rowdy Rogue thing. It's working out well. I wasn't sure how well it would work going into this, but I am liking it so far. And I might not like it forever, but I'm certainly liking it right now. It does get frustrating. It does get frustrating when you miss. When you've got a high AC opponent and you miss. Like we've seen that. It's a little frustrating. Having 3 shots there would, give you 3 chances to hit. But that happens, right? That's the game.
Time to share your treasures.
When it works, though, man, it just feels good. I'm gonna save
decree
here.
We set up camp.
We're fatigued. Did I not rest back at Defender's Heart? Oh well, we're doing this map fatigued then, guys, because I don't want to rest now. You'd rather have one high damage attack at your full base attack bonus? I mean, yeah, I suppose, in some cases. As long as the high damage attack was sufficiently high to make up for losing the other attacks. If it was, like, Vital Strike on its own, in my opinion, is not enough to make up for the extra attacks, especially when you factor in Rapid Shot and Mini Shot as well. Like, for an Archer specifically. Because you don't get those with a standard action, right? Vital Strike is not enough alone to make up for that, even with improved and greater Vital Strike. But the extra little 2d6s for every sneak attack dice, that little pièce de résistance, that makes it worth it. Kaylessa. Alright, we're supposed to kill her, and I think I am going to attempt killing her here. I've never actually killed her before. I've always let her go, and every time I've done this. This is the guy back in Defender's Heart, that elf wants us to kill her, and she sounded like a drow to me. Small but deep puncture wound. Appearance is quite remarkable. Skin is blacker than any Garundi's. Her teeth are fanged, and her hair is as gray as a crone's. Her crimson eyes glare at you with a gleam of malice. What are you looking at, soldier? Like what you see? Take a closer look. We failed. Who are you? There's no point in you knowing. It would only bring you misfortune. You won't ever meet me again. Who wounded you? Haven't you noticed the city's burning? There's a battle going on. Wounded by a cultist. Yeah. Her wounds are strange, not at all like mine. They're burned from me from the outside. You were burned from within, I think. It hurt, didn't it? Ooh, man. I know who you are. You're Kaylessa, Cultist of Descari. That's a lie. I loathe demons, and I'll kill any who I come across. Let's take a closer look. Clearly holding something back, but she doesn't appear to be lying either. Whatever it is she's hiding, her claim that she hates demons sounds quite convincing. Oh, man. You know I've been saying I'm gonna kill her this playthrough, but I'm really wondering if I want to kill her. Or if I want to experience what happens later in this playthrough. What, am I supposed to pour my heart out? Why would Foreign slander you? Questions are dangerous in and of themselves. I urge you to stop. The more you know about me, the higher the chances the traitor's dagger will find its way into your back. Ugh. Foreign is at Defender's Heart. Dude, one of these days...
What's that there?
One of these days, maybe in my Lich playthrough, maybe in my evil Lich playthrough, I'll kill her, or attempt to. I still haven't attempted to kill her once. Okay, so there's a group of Crusaders up ahead. It is absolutely vital that you save these guys. There's one guy in particular who's wearing a weird helmet. It's absolutely crucial that that character not die.
Can we retreat already?
I don't even see that person at the moment. In any case, let's vaporize a Dretch and then move in. Yeah, damage reduction doesn't matter. I do enough damage to destroy him. This guy can't die. With the peacock helmet. Ember is, of course, not wearing any armor, so she can move very quickly. Volja. Let's get you in there. We got no charges here, so... This is one of these fights where taking it real time with pause might be beneficial to me, but whatever.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Man, the damage reduction does matter on land, though.
Your time is over.
31 damage, reduced. So we rolled 33, and it was reduced to 31. Man, I love that so much. Camellia, no, you don't get an attack. You're not close enough yet.
Go for their hearts!
Oh well, flank him at least.
Surrender or else!
Wow. Wow. I was not expecting Ember to hit, and I was not expecting Ember to kill him even if she did hit. Talking to him right now, nothing. I used up my healing powers today. I should have prayed harder to Iomade. He sounds very suspicious. And that's not on chance. So that's back to the start of the map over there. And we've sort of cleared out this bottom quarter of it now. So that's all of the first section of this map.
How cute!
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan. We can hop across there, but we're not going to. We're going to go this way.
Come at me, I dare you.
It's like a bee, right? Or a fly? A murder fly? I don't actually see any opponents here, though, so... Yeah, a murder fly. Let's creep a little bit closer, Camellia. I feel like there's another one.
You won't survive me.
Yeah, it was just stealthed. Ooh, what was our save? What was our save? Succeeded. I noticed we didn't take ability damage, so we obviously succeeded, but it's a DC of 9. Okay, good. Our modifier is only 3, though, so we definitely want to take these guys out.
Cover me, all right?
You're way at the back, so you're just going to have to move in.
You offend me.
Nice. And see, this is, again, where having multiple shots, I could have killed both of them in one round.
Too late for apologies.
I mean, having multiple characters allows you to do similar, I suppose. Is there another stealthed up centipede here? No, there's a fly.
I'll cut you wide open.
Yeah, you will.
Endure this!
So exciting.
I'm going to take turn-based mode off for a moment, and we're going to come up here.
Do not fear. Do
Stand
not
down.
waver.
The spirits demand your blood.
Sweet. So, if we do happen to use that arcane circle earlier in that house that I said would spawn a demon, the demon comes here, and it kills all of those centipedes and these crusaders. And then you get to fight the demon. But, we wiped out that circle instead. That wispy magic sound we'll hear, we'll discover what that is in a second. And I love how there's like a little hobbit hole here.
With
It's like-
grace.
Bilbo lives here. You know what I could do?
We will win this war.
This is probably a waste, but we do have the Mercy on Sela, where Lay on Hands will remove fatigue. Because I would like to have all of our dexterity. I don't want our initiative to tank because we're losing dexterity to being fatigued. My beloved brother, I admire your zeal, of course, but would you not agree this is hardly the time to be standing guard over a hole that no one will ever emerge from? So this is the prelate, and Ramian is the priest of Desna, but this is the prelate. Remember when the game started, if you were here for the start of the game, the guy who was talking about how, you know, like, who are you? He's an inquisitor. So yeah, just imagine what an inquisitor is like. Don't you dare call me brother, heretic. How dare you accuse me of doing nothing to protect this city, especially now when followers of your temple were caught committing treason. Everyone knows, my dearest prelate, that in your zealous pursuit of order in the city, you have long since forgotten how to tell friend from foe and good from evil. Jaded Inquisitor. Fantastic. Alright, so he's saying that that his people were trying to save the city. Harmless. Well, if it's on your say-so, then that must mean there's something down there. Your associates, no doubt. Well, there is something down there. There was a cultist base down there, but we kind of wiped it out already. There's also a bunch of mongrels down there. You can try them if you want, Hallrune, but you're probably in over your head. And what is this hideous creature? Lan, at your service. Nice. Who are you to be asking me such questions? Yeah, we're going to approach with the hoity-toity angle on this. Who are you to be asking me such questions? I'm not just going to be like, I'm a crusader fighting to liberate them. No, no. I am your better, sir. I am your better. I find it passing strange that you don't already know who I am. I find it strange that you don't already know who I am. As we can see, you've done a sterling job protecting this city. Nice. So this is Ramian, prior to the Temple of Desna, which alas currently lies in ruins. So the Temple of Desna and Ramian's Act here is necessary if you want to take the Azata path, which we are not going to be taking. But the Azata path is like the chaotic good path. And if you want to recruit a Ruchelet before level 10, if you want to recruit her at level 8 during the storming of Dresden, you also need to at least unlock the Azata path, even if you're not going to take it. So we are going to help Ramian out here. But, yeah. There may in fact be one matter that is more important than guarding this hole. I've put it off and look where it led us. Seize the scum. Prelates, see reason. These are fighting times, but threatening to hang someone without a trial, this is unworthy of a servant of Iomade. And we're going to reveal the light of heaven to him to show him why we are important and he is not, and he needs to stand the F down and follow my instructions. You are telling the truth. The light in your hands was wrought by the power of heaven. I'll keep an open mind with regard to you, stranger, and later, in less fractious circumstances, I'd like to ask you about how you came to receive this gift. But that can wait. What are you accusing him of? Treason! Not long before the city was attacked, several followers from his temple tried to secretly access the wardstone and perform an unknown ritual over it. That alone does not sound like treason. I mean, you guys, of your own will, let the storyteller come and inspect the wardstone and perform some sort of ritual to inspect it. So why would these guys be bad? Interrogated within an inch of his life. Nice. Ugh. Fucking Inquisitors, man. Role-playing one might be fun, but damn, fucking Inquisitors, man. My people foresaw the attack on the city. They knew the Wardstone already carried the seed of corruption. So they have a source that told them about it, and the source that told them about it we're going to meet in the future. From Staunton Vane, the traitor who brought down Dresden. Don't lay a finger on him or you'll have to answer to me. You're a fool, Halrune. Okay. So he disappears and runs away. I see you suffer greatly in battle. Nonsense. I had to deal with the brood of Nabasis. It was nothing. He's got quite the scarred face there. Nabasis, also known as death demons, have the ability to drain their victims' life force. So he's had a lot of his energy sucked from him. Nice. Nice. Why do you find enemies everywhere you look? Yeah. Classic jaded Inquisitor here. They're masters of deception. So basically the bad guy can be everywhere, therefore they are everywhere. Therefore everybody's a potential bad guy. Therefore people like me are necessary because Canobras will be gone long ago. You know, people like me who will burn people at the stake for no good reason. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. This is a long time ago. I was very young then, and I had just joined the Crusade. Refugees made it into the cities, and the guards let them in. But they paid dearly. They transformed into demons and rushed to the Wardstone. This was, if you remember, Minago was involved in the fall of Dresden, but they also said, Irabeth also said when we met Minago, that she was involved in a raid against Canobras as well that resulted in a lot of deaths. Yeah. Ramian really warned you about the attack? The Desnans are always busting in my study with their incoherent prophecies. So it's sort of like a Cassandra thing where they have incoherent prophecies and nobody's going to believe them, but they always have prophecies about something and they're always trying to tell them, but they never believe them. There's nothing dangerous in this hole. We already know that the mongrels are down this hole. Oh my god. Just follow my damn instructions, Halrune. Stop. Bloody Inquisitors. Bloody Inquisitors. Self-righteous fuckfests. Where can I find him? How should I know? Yeah. I mean, we'll find him. He'll be back at his temple. Cool. So we head out, but Ember, on the way out, I remember you. When Father and I arrived in the city, you met us. What gibberish is this? But it's true. You and the other knights tied us to stakes and started lighting the bonfire. Father died, and then one of your knights changed his mind and pulled me from the flames. But then he died too. Don't you remember? Oh my god. Like, just the start of Ember's story here. So when she came to the city, she was burned at a stake. And her father died, but one of Halrune's knights saved her. If you were burned, it was with good reason. And he's calling his guard, who did a good thing, a traitor. And you have been the one evading justice all these years. God damn it, Inquisitors. He didn't look the way he does now, all wrinkled and gray. He was young with a big mustache. He probably forgot all about me. It was a long time ago. But I do want to say one thing. I'm not cross with him. This knight is a true hero. A true hero who burnt you and your father at the stake. He just really, really wanted to protect his city. Only he got mixed up about who was good and who was evil. I swear, Ember is the purest heart in this game. And just the amount of things that her pure heart can do in this game is ridiculous. You forgive him? He thought what he's doing was right. Man. Sometimes I wish just, like, to be able to comprehend and appreciate the way that people who think like this think. Because don't you think it would just have such a profound impact on how you feel about things and the way you lead your life? Let's go, Ember. I'm not going to tell her to stop talking nonsense. Let's go. Bye-bye, kind knight. Who tried to burn me and my father at the stake and succeeded with my father. So now this magic wispy sounding thing we've been listening to for a while is up here. This is where Terendelev died. So we're in Market Square, right? This is where Terendelev's dragon corpse was. The demon invasion transformed all of Canobris into one great battlefield, but nowhere in the city suffered as much as this square. This place saw a clash of titans, the demon lord Descari leading his hordes from the abyss, and the dragon Terendelev, the mightiest of the city's defenders, and one of the first to fall. The scene of destruction leaves no doubt as to the battle's outcome. But the body is gone. But we're not alone. There's a presence creeping in on us. A shadow of a strange, barely perceptible presence lingers over the place. What past does she see? One who will be able to gaze in life, although the one and life are in opposite terms for eons. Here we go, eons. I like, so this is for the Eon Mythic Path, and I like the way somebody put the Eon Mythic Path. The Eons are the people who want to kill Doctor Who. They're like this galactic sense of justice and law, and they're basically the people who want to destroy Doctor Who. We are going to be a chaotic trickster, and we definitely do not fit in with the Eons. Demons aren't as abhorrent as a sharp edge. So we receive a purple stone knife. We are going to, we're gonna take the Eon within us here, but we're not gonna use this path in the future. We're actually gonna have to forsake it at the Wardstone. After allowing the heroine to view the world through their eyes, little that remained of the destroyed Eon is killed. Yes, we will retain the power within ourselves. Cool. And we got ourselves this purple stone knife that I can't unequip. +1 to the DC of saving throws against spells from Evocation School of the Wielder casts. Now, I will be able to unequip this later. I just can't right now. So, I'm going to have to put up with seeing this stupid knife on my hip. Excuse me. Which is just lovely. Oh, hey, bad guys.
Uh-huh.
Let's take care of them real quick. A fighter and a Dretch.
Is there trouble? Away, you rascal!
We are the light.
Goodbye,
They
Dretch.
are the darkness.
I feel like, yeah, there's more here. I was sure there was more here. Okay. So we've got a Cleric. I can't shoot at either of these because I'd have to move to do it. So we're going to shoot the Cultist.
Count.
Oh, we missed. Ball sack.
I'll hit you!
Camellia, get in there.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Yeah, nice. Okay, so we succeeded on a cause sphere. I don't know what this Arcana check was for. But they cast Bless. Maybe that was to detect the effect on them? Must be. in any case, let's go threaten them. Now, channeling does not provoke an attack of opportunity. This is something that, you know, it's written very clearly, plain as day in the text, and people who play a cleric or any kind of channeling class are going to know. But channeling does not provoke attacks of opportunity. But I'm not sure these clerics will channel. Cultists, like this guy, would channel. We cast Divine Favor instead. Cool. Let's kill this cleric.
Your time is over.
Yeah, Rowdy Rogue vaporized the cleric. Only 25 damage, though. So 2d8 plus 4. We did 13 piercing, so 2d8 would be 4.5 and 4.5. So 9 damage plus 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's exactly average. 13 piercing. Not bad.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Nice. And we got our second shot, but we didn't hit with it.
You won't stop us.
You are today's sacrifice.
Oh, Camellia. Camellia.
Distract them for me.
I can't wait till later. Oh! There's a channel.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
There's a channel. Let's one-shot him, please.
You offend me.
Awesome. I really need to get to the point where I'm going to respec all of my companions, and I want to have Nenio and Darren in the group before we do that. It's hard to believe that this place recently held a bustling and festive market. We're going to turn pause off for a moment.
This is
or
my time to shine.
turn base off for a moment. Because there's a rat swarm. I don't like fighting like a swarm with turn base on like that. Oh, there's another one. You know what? Fuck it. Let's turn it off again.
Go for their
Kill it.
hearts.
We have Filth Fever. 1d3 dexterity, cure 2 consecutive saves, fortitude 12, onset 1d3 days, frequency 1 per day. I don't care then. I don't care about it. Its onset is 1d3 days, so it is inconsequential to me. In 1d3 days, I am hoping not to be even using Vol'jif again. By 1d3 days from now, I'm hoping we have Nenio and Darren.
How cute!
So we had Terendalev's corpse was over there, and we see this giant pool of blood, or pile of blood, being pulled off in this direction. Terendalev, most likely. Logic dictates, so we gotta come back here later. Heading up this this stairway, I'm gonna call like the end of this map, and we're gonna want to sort of see everything else first. Count Erende's servant. Count Darren Kel Nevis Arende. My lord's mansion is under attack by demons, so we want to rescue this guy, but we're gonna go there later. I've seen him a few times before, from afar. He looked highly audacious. He did capture my attention. We should help. The gratitude of a rich and influential man can only benefit us. You've heard about the family before. How? When did I hear about this family? Like, isn't my backstory that I just arrived here and I have no idea why I'm here? He's a rake and a rogue. Fascinating. Sounds like a Bridgerton novel to me. Alright, I'll help. Where's his house? So his house is not on this map, but we will be going there.
Exciting!
We're going to finish this map first, though. I feel like there's supposed to be something over here, and we missed it. I think we missed a perception check here, guys. Because I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be something there. Hear me! Take heed! The hordes of the... Oh, that's going quickly. And I thought this was voiced. I thought that was voiced, because you're supposed to recognize the person's voice later. So, you found me. I have nowhere else to run. I'm at your mercy. Kill me if you wish, but I ask you, hear me out first. Did you really know about the attack? I did. We had a secret ally in the enemy's ranks. The secret ally we're going to meet later, as I mentioned before, they're going to become a member of our party. And actually, a member of a party that I'm going to use. But not for a while still. She'd been feeding us information on the demon's plans. Not long before the attack on the city, a blind elf who calls himself the Storyteller arrived in Canabras. The Wanderer wasn't merely a collector of legends, but a scholar of the unknown. He didn't listen to the Storyteller either, but they did allow the Storyteller to examine the word stones. What about the rituals? My attempt to open his eyes ended in failure. A few of my young adepts resolved to take matters into their own hands. They did not consult me before doing so, but I have never demanded iron discipline from my priests, and that is perfectly in character for Desna. Like, chaotic all over the place, all about freedom. You got it made. How can I take responsibility for the actions of others? They had no ill intent. Why haven't you left for someplace safer? People might need help, and they'll come to the temple in search of a priest. Okay. Wait, my adepts are hiding out there. And this is one of them right here. Ilks, the first of the adepts. Lack of sleep, but he's clearly pleased to be speaking to someone. You're one of them? Yes. A cleric of Desna. What were you planning to do? Our plan was to get to it and then follow our instincts. So he didn't have a plan, in other words. He was just trying to do something. There were 3 of us, a cleric, a mage, and a bard. Between us, we know a lot. So you're the mage. Some idiot kids trying to break into the wardstone. Crazies had weird dreams, of course. How'd you come up with the plan? How could we not come up with the plan? Oh yeah, that's a great way to answer my question. He sensed his temper rising. Listen, Desna is the goddess of luck. Yeah. Just pure chaos. But you gotta seize this chance when it presents itself, or better yet, create your own. You were trying to help. How could a zealot like Hulrun become the respected defender of Canabras? His faith is strong, incredibly strong, and he is jaded AF. Also, Hulrun hasn't been as brutal as he used to be for a long time. He has his royal right-hand man, Leotar, known as Hawkblade. He's a witch hunter too. Leotar Hawkblade. He's a good deal more rational and even-tempered. Hulrun trusts him completely. And later always conducts thorough investigations. So we're going to meet him later as well. He's going to be relatively important for Darren's questline. Whose voice have you been hearing? But everybody who has heard her, I should say, is convinced that she's a good and pure soul chosen by Desna. Yeah, I would evaluate that as true. Where are they? We split up. Great. Do you need help? Desna teaches us to trust in last-ditch chances. Not to, you know, like, this is so ironic. They have so much of this take your destiny into your own hands bullshit going on with them, but then they also have this, like, Desna teaches us to just lay back and do nothing and just, you know, trust in last-ditch chances by somebody else that we have no agency over. Aranka and Thal the Wallflower. Aranka's an amazing singer, a truly beautiful girl, so she's the bard. Plenty of friends and fans. She's probably blended into a crowd somewhere. Well, I know where she is. We'll see her soon. Wallflower is a mage. Oh, so you are the cleric, but you're a cleric who is casting invisibility. Wallflower is a mage, but I don't think he'll risk using magic. I guess that makes sense, because Wallflower was saying, like, I should have prayed harder to Iomade. I'm all out of curing spells today. Okay, cool. I'll find them. I kind of need to. I want to recruit a Ruchelet early. I want to recruit her in the Siege of Dresden in at level 8. So I definitely...
With grace?
I'm definitely going to complete this. And if I have to kill Holrun to do it, I will. You don't have to kill Holrun, but you can. It's an option. And that's the Altar of Desna, goddess of luck, patron deity of travelers and dreamers.
Uh-huh.
All right. Let's keep exploring the area. We got some more baddies up here. Fighter and a fighter. Can I vaporize one?
Did we step on their toes
Yeah,
as
I
well?
can. Only 26 damage, though. Again, 13. I mean, it's average for a reason. 6 piercing on 4d6, though, so that's not so great. And 7 piercing on 2d6 for sneak attack. Cool. Nice. And there's another. Where is he? Can I see him? Yeah, it's an evoker.
Surrender, or else!
Can't get close enough to shoot him. Can't get close enough to do anything.
Open.
You got a longbow. You should be able to shoot him, right? Nope, still can't be close
won't
enough.
survive me.
Maybe that wall obstructs vision.
The light, take you!
Ooh, that was sneak attack too. Didn't kill him.
For apologies.
The
I'm
spirits
surprised
demand
our
your blood.
initiative ended up so low compared to those guys.
Stand down.
But I guess I never took improved initiative, did I? I took deadly aim. Yeah, thank you very much. I don't want to use a scroll right now. What I want to do is clear this map out. So there's a demon here where this loot is.
This is my
Draw the first blood.
I don't know if it ambushes us, though. It did. So we lost the whole turn to it.
No glory without risk!
And he's definitely not flat-footed.
Away, you rascal.
Ooh. 6 versus 8. Now, the thing is, if I wasn't using deadly aim, that would have been 7 versus 8, and I still would have missed. But, man.
I'll hit you!
1 damage. I am impressed.
This.
2 damage.
Time to
Voljeff,
share your treasures.
please get in here and start doing some sneak attack damage. In fact, let's take a peek at him. So a Babao. Resistant acid, cold, and fire, 10 point. And immunity to poisons and electricity. Uses a cold iron short spear. I find that ironic. It's a demon using a cold iron weapon. But I guess, like, demons fight demons. And if it needed to fight a demon, it would want a cold iron weapon, I suppose. It just seems kind of ironic to me that a demon would be using a cold iron weapon. Camellia.
You are today's sacrifice!
The inheritor, guide my
He's only half
blade.
dead. Like,
Your time is over.
ooh, 32 damage with a sneak attack. But the reduction, I did 35 and it got reduced to 32. And if I got that extra 3 damage on him, he probably would have died.
You won't stop us.
Damn. Land, finish him off.
Make every strike count.
Wow. Cold iron short spear +1.
How cute!
Very pretty standard spear. No big deal.
Can't hide from me.
We'll be selling that. I don't think there's anything up there. Can't even go up there. Okay, good. Adopt a kitty. So we receive Tiger. That's Tiger. Someone summons a pet cat. Cat's feral instincts provide +2 morale bonus on perception and lower nature checks. Speaking of which, I do have the Pip Fox here, which adds perception and knowledge arcana. Which, in all honesty, I should probably give to like Ember or something like that, since she's my knowledge arcana person at the moment. I think, right? But, you know, whatever. We're going to hold on to these for the time being. I'm not going to summon them. Not killed by demons, their mortal wounds were inflicted by ordinary weapons. I mean, we just saw a demon carrying an ordinary weapon, so...
Yet another obstacle.
That's hardly conclusive.
The light, take you!
After all, Klingons don't have tear ducts.
You offend me.
Oh, man. So far, it hasn't gotten old. I'm sure eventually it'll get old, but it hasn't gotten old yet. Just the vaporizing things immediately.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
There's something else. And I can't see it. I'm gonna move Ember up, but I'm obviously not gonna, like, frontline with Ember. It's an evoker. Ugh, burning arcs, man. Burning arcs. Of course, she just ran. She just ran in front of people who could have dashed out there. Like, if I charged here, I think we would be blocked by Camellia. Nope. Yeah.
Stand down.
Shoot the wizard. Oh, missed. See, I have somebody on this one, so he's gonna provoke attacks of opportunity, right? I want to get somebody on this one. Or just kill him. That's possible too.
You won't survive me.
So this home is not the easiest place.
I am helpful. Am I not?
You are extremely helpful, darling. Extremely helpful.
I'll watch your back.
We're gonna heal up a bit before we go in there. Using our wand. The last few charges. And save. All right.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
Might be trap. Nice. Camellia,
I heed the
please.
voice of the spirits. The spirits guide me. I hope you appreciate this.
Here we go. Experiment day 1. I was able to catch a Cultist. That's those little flying impy demon things. Remember when we fought Hosela? She had 2 of them. About 7 pounds with a wingspan, about 2 1/3 feet. Linguistic research. So it's a person who's communicating with demons, is what we're
Can we
getting
rest
from
now?
this.
No? How about now?
Okay, so everybody else other than Liz is now fatigued, which means I'm probably going to have to rest before we finish this map. There's actually a good amount left on this map. We'll see. So I'd like to note, first thing that happens when you come down here is you hear some kind of magical sound. Fighters must have been caught off guard. They died before they could even draw their weapons. Their bodies are covered in a thin layer of ice that is slowly melting. So they never saw it coming. They have a scroll of fairy fire and a scroll of see invisibility. Now, when you get a scroll of fairy fire and a scroll of see invisibility, those are 2 signs from the game or from your DM telling you, hey, there might be something invisible here, especially when you clearly hear the sound of magic when you come down.
Soot is restless. I wonder why.
Darlin, can you use a scroll of fairy fire for me, please? Let's get our party together first, though.
Uh-huh.
Is that where you're actually in our formation? No, you're like way down at the bottom. Why are you up here?
You're a good person. I like you.
A bright future awaits
Who?
us.
Me?
What's on your mind? I wonder.
Together we stand.
We must stop this war. There is no hope, only us. The gods have abandoned... what was I saying just now? Wanna play together?
I used it successfully. It didn't fail. I just didn't get the right spot, I suppose. So let's use that scroll of see invisibility instead.
Save the last one for me.
Because he was here and not over there. So we found ourselves a shadow demon. Now this might call for... What do we know about a shadow demon, first of all? Energy resistant to acid, cold, and fire, not sonic. Immune to poison, critical hits, damage from non-magical weapons. Immune to damage from non-magical weapons. Precision damage. Electricity, cold, and conditions prone. 10 damage reduction, exception good or cold iron, but immune to damage from non-magical weapons. 17 spell resistance. Failed to overcome spell resistance. We rolled an 11, so we got a 16 against their 17. So we're going to need to roll a 12 to overcome its spell resistance, which on its own is not insignificant.
Endure this!
Cover me, all right? Stab you or zap you. Why not both?
Distract them from me.
All right.
Away, you rascal!
Misconcealment. Fantastic. You're going to use your spirit weapon enchantment here because you basically have
Go
to.
for their hearts!
It's basically mandatory. You know what? I might drop out of turn-based mode here real quick.
Your time is over.
Does Sela want to be smiting here? It might be wise to smite. I'm not going to smite. What she is going to do is lay on hands herself and then use a potion with a move action.
This'll leave a bruise.
Before she goes down, she'll use another lay on hands. She'll use another potion.
Just sit here.
That's fine.
Don't worry about me.
She did what she needed to do, which was buy time for the group to take that down. So if you don't kill that shadow demon, whenever you try and do this athletics check, he like plays a trick on you and summons a little demon and is nasty. We are fatigued, so we have a penalty to athletics right now.
Forget it.
4 hours and
Can we rest, please? I'm tired.
we're now exhausted, so we have to rest now. This is unfortunate. I'm going to use lockpicks for this.
I am helpful, am I not?
And we get our magic composite longbow, which
This
is
is
the
my
reason I
time to
really wanted to
shine.
come down here. All right, let's head back up, and we're going to rest outside. I was hoping we wouldn't have to, and we wouldn't have had to if I actually remembered to rest when we were back at Defender's Heart. Like, this is the end of the first day of crusading, guys. This is all, like, all the stuff we've done so far with the Thieflings and all that is on this same day. We haven't slept since we did any of that. We finished up with the Grey Garrison, got out of there, and then everything that's happened has been 1 day since then. Yes, don't show me the tutorial. So we're going to accumulate Abyssal Corruption, which is what happens when you camp out in the open in Wrath of the Righteous when you're here in the World Wound. And negative things happen when you reach certain corruption levels. But it's okay. We can spend a few days doing this. It'll be fine. So our protective rituals, I need a religion person for that, which might be Ember. I'll put Ember on it tentatively. Camp Camouflage is going to be Stealth, which everybody is weak at because everybody's fatigued. But Volgif still has good stealth, so we're going to use him for it. Night Watch, yeah, you're fine for that watch, and I will take the other one, I guess. And our cook, Sela, will do that. And I guess we'll have her help with the protective rituals. So they recommend I rest for 1 day, 9 hours. No, thank you. I'm only going to rest for 9 hours. And we'll use whatever
What's
healing
the
spells we
alcohol
need.
situation underground? Do you have anything to drown your sorrows in?
You bet. Mold brew is a gourmet's dream. And tourists from Absalom used to come to us for our mushroom infusion.
Nice. So our fatigue might not be fully recovered with that, actually. We did not weaken the impact of corruption. That's fine. Ah! Sometimes the long-awaited rest does not bring the desired relief. What comes is a heavy, clinging sleep on the edge of wakefulness, where consciousness seems poised between reality and oblivion. The possible reasons for such disturbed slumber are myriad. Strained nerves, perhaps, or a lingering reaction to trauma. Lizzie emerges from the oblivion of her leaden sleep like a drowned woman dragging herself up from the depths of a swamp. The wound on her chest is burning. There's no time to investigate the cause behind her malaise. A trying day lays ahead, and how will Lizzie be up to the challenge if her thoughts are so muddled and her entire body aches like a day's toil? The weariness abates. She recalls that she slept peacefully in the Defender's Heart. Perhaps a priest can explain what happened. It's funny. that event has never happened. I've never experienced Days of Strife in this game before. So obviously I've always done something before I've gone to sleep that has stopped that from happening. But I do appreciate that I'm not fatigued.
Friendship lasts forever.
Like, remember in Kingmaker when you experience that, it's the dude in the who got drowned and who wants you to stop the Stag Lord, Nettle's Curse or whatever. When you experience that, you get fatigued. And I'm not experiencing that here, so I appreciate that. So this is the undead section of the map.
Well, this didn't go well.
Somebody ripped lumps of flesh from the dead bodies. Great.
You can handle them, right?
So, in this section, we gotta be careful because they can do ability damage to us. These are ghouls, and if ghouls bite you, you can... It's not pleasant. We're gonna have saving throws, essentially. Curl. Well, well, look what we have here. Looting corpses, are we? Nah, I'm not gonna say anything about that. I'm chaotic too. I'm gonna loot this corpse as soon as this is done. Like, there's a corpse right here that I'm gonna loot. Oh, phew. I thought you were demons. Good day to you, good lady. Curl, is that you? Oh, Lady Sela, you're alive. Goodness me. That's the second bit of good news on an otherwise lousy day. What's the first bit of good news? Stick around and you'll see for yourself. This is Rimby, better known as Curl. He hails from Canabras and fights in the Condemned. So this is one of the Condemned. Much like Staunton, their lives are owed to the Queen because of their transgressions. What's going on in this city? Doesn't like to be under strict authority, okay. Maybe a rogue, but does not loot corpses. What's wrong with looting corpses? I'm totally on board with it. So a wagon full of beer rolls up. A pretty half-elf is driving it, and a young man in knight's armor. A terribly important and very heroic mission. We're saving a beer cart from the demons. Elan of the Houndheart. So this is the dude in the armor. And Janna Aldori. Janna Aldori is, of course, the person that we were tasked to find. Irabeth told us to find Janna. I kept my hopes up and I was proved right, so this is a reunion between Sela and Janna. You and Janna are alive. By good news, I mean we found the beer cart. Aren't there more important things to do? Cool. Are you aware, Sir Knight, that your friend Curl was robbing a corpse? What's wrong with hearing the truth? I think Janna and I have the right to know what our newfound friend is up to. Yeah. So he's gonna rebuke him for robbing a corpse. Well, that'll be on the conscience of the one who does it. But you're a Crusader, Curl. Though you might not have volunteered. Those who fight against evil itself have to be better than common folk. Cool. So we'll meet them again at Defender's Heart. There's a little bit more to their story. It's going to be interesting. But that completes another one of the quests. I don't know if there's anything up this way other than the exit. Does not appear so. Yeah, we're getting there. We're a little bit over halfway done this map. Like I said, this map takes a while. So sweet it is to kill. So we were warned about this kind of demon earlier when we were talking to Holrune. Demons that suck your life force and turn you into ghouls. Let's go back into turn-based mode for now.
Time to share your treasures.
Oh, that was brutal.
You offend me.
And so was that.
I'll cut you wide open.
Lan, can you finish this guy off before he gets to act?
Make every strike count.
Nice. Let's do this religion.
I did it. It happens sometimes.
Gray hair, ashen skin. This person fell prey to a Nabasu. This demon sucks the very life essence from its victims and transforms them into ghouls. Oh boy. Yeah, we're gonna loot everything. I've got a bag of holding. Even if it is a small bag of
So
holding.
exciting.
It'll still allow me to loot a lot of stuff.
I am helpful. Am I not?
You are extremely helpful. Thank you very much. Now, I guarantee you that's not going to get old. And I'm not being sarcastic. It won't get old. I'll be thanking Camellia from this entire playthrough.
No time for idling. Stand down.
I'll cheer you on from over there.
So that is just a zombie. That's not a ghoul. But, I mean, zombies are still not exactly right. You know what I mean?
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Good hit. It's not as good as my hits, but good hit.
Surrender or else.
And Sela will get in there as well. Alright, land 2 shots.
You won't survive me.
Really? My goodness. 2 hits, 4 damage.
Too late for apologies.
I've been spitballing this guy, and I burned him down more than half of his HP. And now I'm gonna hit him, and I'm gonna do enough damage to have one-shot him if it was from the beginning.
Away, you rascal.
Yup. 30 damage. Like... so there's something else, is there? Oh yeah. Couple more zombos. Welcome to Zombocom. This is Zombocom. And I'm like, that's not a zombie, that's a shadow. Excellent. Lan, do you have 2 shots on these guys? You do. Kill the shadow, please.
This.
Or, I mean, spitball the shadow, I suppose, works too.
I'll hit you.
I'm pretty sure I told you to kill it. Liz, can you kill the shadow, please?
Your time is over.
No. That's a 12 sneak attack. Multiplied by 0.5. Half resistance. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
The spirits demand your blood.
Damn. I'm not as concerned with the zombies because they're not ghouls.
No glory.
But I definitely want those shadows down. Because shadows do ability damage as well, do they not? I believe shadows do ability damage.
Cover me, all right?
Ghouls certainly do. The zombies
Make
aren't
every
as big of a
strike
threat.
count.
You won't stop us.
And,
You offend me.
yep.
With grace.
Man. That vital strike.
I think I did it.
Dug up graves and other clues indicate that a necromancer has recently conducted a ritual here.
My tail is twitching. Must be a sign.
Throwing axe +1. I am looking forward to the Lich playthrough. I'm not going to play like hardcore necromancer for it, but I do think it will be some sort of caster class. And I am definitely looking forward to it. Maybe we'll save Sword Saint until then. Is there loot up here that I haven't gotten yet? Over here. Okay.
A simple smile goes a long way. I don't tolerate threats.
I was hoping to get an eye on some more stuff and not actually get into combat yet.
Surrender or else.
Like, my initiative is below all of them. That's unfortunate.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Good kill. And then we'll take a shot on this one.
Down.
Also good kill. So where's the rest? Another one here. Can't charge it, so we're just gonna move to here. There's another one. Well, I don't have like a fireball or a burning arc or anything like that for them, so we're just gonna continue shooting our crossbow. Ooh, she hit too. Charge. 2 damage.
You won't survive me.
All of these pinpricks, and then Lizzie walks up and just
you rascal.
does that. Right? Like... Oh, shades. Shadows, actually. Lesser shadow and a shadow. Where? They spawn next to this church, I believe, but I don't actually see them yet. Oh, they were in it. Deals 0 strength damage. Four strength damage to Sela. My goodness. I'm tempted just to drink a lesser restoration potion. I mean, she's not going to die anytime soon, but my goodness.
The inheritor.
She's also not going to
Guide
hit
my
anything
blade.
anytime soon.
I'll hit you.
Camellia.
You are today's sacrifice.
Oh. No, Lan.
Endure.
Well,
this.
at least you can shoot from point blank range and not provoke an attack of opportunity. That sucks, though.
Your time is over.
Sweet. That was awesome, though.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Okay.
I will help where I can.
Sela, I am going to need you to drink this rejuvenation potion right the F now, please. Or restoration potion, rather. Okay, and that fully removed that, and that brought us back under capacity. Briefly.
This is my time to shine.
I'm going to have to drop some heavy stuff here, though. Oh, I've got a... Oh, boy. I hate Half-Plate so much. Half-Plate is garbaggio. Like, Half-Plate is the worst armor in the game. But it's Half-Plate +1. So I'm going to lose 1 dex bonus, which would have made that 8 armor, and this is 9 armor, so it is just better. It's going to put me at 26. Half-Plate is worth a good amount of money, though. £150 for 50 pounds. Whereas this is 140 pounds, that's 120. And that's 270 pounds, and it's not worth very much. So we're dropping this. And we'll drop all of these armors. I don't need them. We'll drop these shields as well. I don't need them. And that dramatically helps our weight. So we'll continue the map like this.
No reason to pause.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's a relatively tough fight up ahead here. Yeah, and you don't have the ability to sneak in on this fight because a cutscene initiates it, so you will always engage with them aware of you being here. So this is the Necromancer.
Stand against me?
Divine Favor. Zombo's gonna get to act. Where am I? Ugh, they all act before I do. Are they all evil? Neutral evil, chaotic evil, chaotic evil. Yeah. I'm gonna use protection from evil here. I'm gonna move her over this way. Ember. I've only got medium range here is the problem. Like, if I wanted to use Slumber, I'd have to, like, really close the distance. And it's against Will, right? And his Will save is +5. Makes your enemies vulnerable to energy, hex lasts. Yeah, no. We could just go for the ear-piercing scream as well, but that's just close range as well. We at least have medium range on the Slumber. How close do I have to get? Oh, they saved as well. Great. I do enjoy that. So charging in at a cultist, I can't actually charge in at. So I guess we're going to charge at the Zombo. One of the ones closest to them. Yeah, do some damage. Start getting them to approach you so that we lock them in place. And we'll have Volgif work on taking this one out. Yep. Haste, man. Not fun. Awesome. Can you kill this guy for me, please?
You offend me.
Oh, we missed. What did we roll? We rolled a 3 against 15. So we had 10 against 15. I need to roll an 8. Damn. Lan.
Make
How
every
about you?
strike count.
Good. Nice. We're not there yet, but
Go for their hearts!
yeah. So the Zombos need to get 20 against any of these things, so that's not going to be a big deal. Ear-piercing scream. Oh, we have to get closer yet. 18 versus 14. Ugh. They're doing a great job of saving here, guys. They're doing a great job of saving.
Into the fray!
Does a spin attack? Nope. It is crucial that we are attacking with Sela every turn, though, because fighting defensively requires you to be fighting, so you have to be taking swings. It's the same with combat expertise if you get it. Like, you have to be attacking in order to take advantage of these.
Distract them for me.
Okay, they blinded Sela. I don't think I ever removed blindness handy, so that's gonna be fun.
Stand down.
We missed again.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Hit. Miss. Against 8. Like, he's only hitting against 11. Like, he's rolling against 11. I really, really need to save the day here.
I'll cut you wide open.
3 against 10. Lovely. Two damage, 15 against 14 on the save. I mean, you're blinded now, so
The light.
you still managed to kill a zombie dead. That's a paladin for you. 19 versus 15. Still has good HP.
Time to share your treasures.
Still an effective tank. Okay, so that's 3 shakens. We're fine. We're okay. We're still good.
Away, you rascal.
Hitting this guy would be lovely, though, guys. Roll the 3 again. What do you know? Hitting this guy with, you know, my person who can just blow him up would be fantastic.
You won't survive me.
The spirits demand your blood.
I should probably go for the cultist, but let's clean the zombie up.
You won't stop us.
Probably should continue ear piercing screaming now that I see what I needed to roll against there.
No glory without risk.
Misconcealment. Lovely. Against 15. That's all right.
Cover me, all right?
Sweet. Oh! As soon as I saw Bone Shaker, I was like, man, this is gonna hurt.
All right. I'm all right.
This is gonna hurt a lot.
Your time is over.
2 versus 8. Oh my god. It's an 8. It's not even that much I need to roll. That's like 4 misses now.
Endure this. Did you see that?
Okay, he's almost down.
You are today's sacrifice.
Ember. I don't have any particularly... You got spells that are effective, but I don't have anything that I really want you using in this situation. Awesome. Necromancer sorted.
Into the fray.
Misconcealment. Against 19.
Stab you or zap you. Why not both?
Vaporized. Fantastic.
I'll just sit here.
Cool.
Don't worry about me.
So Sela's sat down.
You offend me.
5. I mean, it's an 11 to hit that guy, so it's a little bit harder than the other guy, but still.
Make every strike count.
Go for their hearts. Surrender or else.
All right, we cleaned up. So that is realistically not the easiest fight in the world. It's not terrible, oh my god, it's so hard or anything either, but it is realistically not the easiest fight in the world. Disfigured corpses are laid out in a neat pattern in preparation for an unknown ritual. I mean, I'm pretty sure we know what the ritual is. We just saw a necromancer at work, guys.
Did we find trouble? No, they did.
Let's drop turn-based mode for a
Stand
moment.
down.
You've crossed the wrong
Fighting stuff
line.
like this, I don't always necessarily want turn-based mode on.
I'll cut you wide open.
You won't survive me.
There's more? Oh, okay, let's drop out of it again. No, there's not more. The game was just lying to me is all, ladies and gentlemen. Do I have a potion of remove blindness? I don't. Do I have a scroll? I probably did at one point, but I sold it because I didn't want to hold on to any scrolls. Oh well, that's fine. She doesn't have it.
My tail is
And
restless.
Always be ready
can
for
trust
the
me.
worst.
I don't have it prepared here. No. Oh well. I guess she's just gonna be blind for a little bit.
I will fight.
Alright, we have at least a giant centipede and a giant fly.
Endure this!
We have at least a giant centipede. Missed its bite.
Away, you rascal!
And as dead as can be. Yeah, so there is more. It's gotta be more centipedes, right? Stealth centipedes? Yeah. Ooh! We succeeded on our fort save, though. It's just a 9, right? Yeah, but we only got an 11. And there's a fly. Yeah, you tank the damage, Wolja. Go for it.
Make every strike count.
Oh, I was hoping that would be a kill.
Your time is over.
Distract them for me.
Ooh.
I'm sure they mean us no harm, right?
Let's get in there. Kill the demon,
You
please.
offend me.
36 damage. I love it so much.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Can you get there?
Time
You
to share your
can.
treasures.
Nice.
So exciting!
All right, so let's open this cellar door now. We're getting close to being done this map, guys. We're getting close to being done this map. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting close. Reveal, O dearest darling beauty of mine, why didst thou turn thy gaze on me, pray tell? Let's move the pile of junk. Silver ring, jade, green quartz, and 2 bottles of port. Look, the door's open, and we're completely at the mercy of whatever's up there. I'm not a demon. Come on up. Oh, I need to talk to you. So this is a performance troupe. Looks like their theater is burnt up. That's one of the props of the Malevolent Lich performance. Nice. Ember's seen their show. When I'm scared, I eat. Great. Go somewhere safe. The male lead, he'll protect us. Cool. Okay, so we took care of them. There is some loot over here we missed. Let's go take a quick peek. Oh, no, that's the loot we dropped ourselves. And what's this other loot? We did miss something. Cool. I think that is it for this. So we go into the next section of the map now. Whew. Man. Yeah, no, Market Square is a nice long map. Lots of stuff to it. very similar. Like, there's going to be some other big long maps. The chapel is a nice big long map, and then Dresden is obviously a nice big long map. There's a good number of them in here. I think the first map, I guess you could say the tree in Kingmaker was a pretty big map, especially if you count the underground levels of it as well. But I really feel like the Witch's Hut was the first big long one in Kingmaker that felt like this map, where it just kept going and going and going, and there was always more stuff to do on it.
Well?
I still have 3 charges of this wand, so let's take those. And then honestly,
we will win this war.
I'd kind of rather just use potions right now. We're not going to get a lot of use out of these light cure wounds potions in the future, and they take up weight. And if I can burn some weight in my inventory, I'm okay with it. So this is one of the reasons we're here. We need to talk to this guy to enable the ability to meet Nenio. So Nenio is one of the characters that I want to be playing with. We're going to make her a vivisectionist. And we need to talk to this guy in order to, like, we meet her in a random event that happens. And I don't think the random event happens unless you talk to this guy first. And that's it. I am the answer, but what is the question? And just walks away.
This is my time to shine.
And then we've got the tieflings here. Watch it, watch it. What are you goons doing? You'll bloody crush me. Scrawny tiefling is underneath the rubble. Quit whining. Oh, alarm, someone's coming. Maybe she'll help us. Don't leave me, I'll die. And Voljev talks to them. So they know each other. So yes, these are tieflings. Yeah, I'll help you. Were we successful? We must have been. Yeah. We rolled a 14. It was a 16 DC. We've got plus 9, so 23. Nice. So these guys are really useful when we attack the Grey Garrison. They're going to detect a bunch of traps for us. Who are you? The Thieflings. We already know who they are. I helped you. Now you help me. Sweet. So the Thieflings have joined the Crusaders. I have some forces on my side now. Alright, and let's take this slow.
Adventures are exciting.
Did we step on their toes as well?
Did I kill him? I did, okay. I'm like, I can't even tell if I killed the guy. I know there's another one here, though.
You won't survive me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang back here and vaporize this one, too.
Stand down.
Ooh, 29. He didn't die. He's close, but he didn't die.
Endure this!
That did it.
So exciting.
Statue of Iomadai. Despite all of the city's troubles, the statue of Iomadai towers proudly above the streets. So again, Iomadai, who ascended godhood, did have a, if you want to call it mortal, I guess you can call it mortal, did have a mortal form.
With grace?
Did have a humanoid form.
This is my kind of work.
Sling staff. Cool. Hello, Crusaders! By the order of the commander, we're searching the city and helping the wounded. Looks like you're taking a break where it's safe to me. Which, I mean, isn't all that wrong. In honesty, you're in a pretty big war zone here, and I don't expect you to be putting yourself in the thick of combat 24/7. So we have a shear, a fighter, and a cleric, and possibly something else. These guys charge, and they're kind of a bitch like that.
Away, you rascal! The heartbeat
Ooh, we
quickens.
missed. And we only rolled a 9 on our initiative. It rolled an 11. 5 plus 7 against an AC of 15. Damn. Yeah, well, let's definitely intercept him. Try and stop him from charging me. As I stand right in front of Sela, so Sela can't charge.
Thank you.
Alright, guys.
Make every strike count.
That was a good hit. Ember.
Too late for apologies.
Sharpshooter and a wizard. Okay, new primary target, guys. New primary target.
The spirits demand your blood.
No glory.
She's
without
blind.
risk.
What's she gonna do?
Cover me, all right?
Let the melee guys take on this guy. Oh, I hate that so much. We succeeded a saving throw, though. So that's good.
You've crossed the wrong monk.
Sweet. See, Land managed to vaporize him that time. 10 damage, it's enough to take out that wizard. So, you know, not very high level.
I'll hit you.
Yeah, I'll go for the cleric. Yeah.
Your time is over.
Oh my god, we only need to roll a 3 and he would have just blown up. Instead, he cast Bane on us. Sela is immune to it.
You are today's sacrifice.
5 damage. Well, I mean, spitballing eventually will add up, I suppose.
Blade.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Alright, Lan.
You won't survive me.
Ooh. 2 kills there would have been nice.
You won't stop us.
I think we're gonna clean him up.
You offend me.
Yep. Not too difficult. The hardest part of that fight is if that demon does manage to charge some of your squishy people and get into the middle of your unit. That can cause some serious problems. And there's a couple more of them up ahead, I think. Oh, there's a couple more somethings up ahead.
This is my time to shine.
What do we got? Cambion fighter and another demon.
Friendship lasts forever. Stand down. Let me draw the first blood.
Oh, we missed again. Only slightly discouraging. 21 damage. I mean, it's a good start. As we run a rogue in, they've got an evoker there. We should really deal with that.
Surrender or else.
Okay. So our snipers are now going to go for that evoker. He's the biggest threat now.
Endure this.
Rolling ones is so frustrating sometimes. We do have the ability to negate that as a trickster, but damn. I guess go for the Cambion
Distract
fighter.
them for me.
Sweet. That's a burning arc. Oh, good. It didn't do that much. And he didn't charge us, which is fantastic.
Too late for apologies.
I think I can vaporize
Away,
him.
you rascal.
Yep. 24 damage. Don't know what health he had, but it wasn't 24, that's for sure.
Make every strike count.
8 and 2.
Into the fray.
And another 8. There's another one of these demons here, remember.
Go for their hearts.
Oh, man. feels bad, man.
Time to share your treasures.
Okay. Against 11 on that first hit, then against 18. That was fortunate.
I'll hit you!
That could have turned out very poorly. I don't think I'm going to kill him with one shot.
Your time is over.
Not even going to hit him. Brilliant. Glad to take this guy out, though.
Mongrel.
Maybe we could have killed him with one shot.
Take you.
I'll cut you wide open.
Just sit here.
Yep.
Don't worry about me.
That was expected.
Cover me, all right?
She was blind after all. Can't do much to defend herself when she
You
can't
won't
see the
stop
people
us.
she's defending against. Alright,
You
clean up.
offend me.
Maybe not clean up. An 8. We needed a 10, guys. We
You won't
needed a 10.
survive me.
I'll point out that an average roll on a d20 is 10.5, which means greater than 10.
The spirits demand your blood.
Okay. Gray Pox. What's Gray Pox gonna do to us? Frequency once per day, onset 1 day, 1d6 strength damage, 2 consecutive saves.
Stab you or zap you. Why not both?
I don't think that's gonna matter, but we'll see. A club and a couple of Master Bardiches. That's nice. I don't really care about this armor. That armor in particular is not worth a lot, but it's going to add up in weight if I keep picking those up. The mongrels. Okay, so we get some choices here with the mongrels. What are you doing here? So we can tell them just to do whatever they need to do, or we can tell them, I have a plan, go back. And if we do this, they'll be waiting inside of the Grey Garrison for us in the basement. But we don't actually get to take them with us. They clear one room in the basement for us. I'm still going to do it. It'll keep most of them safe. We're not going to be getting them as mercenaries anytime soon anyway in the campaign map. So, it's fine. Daijoubu. Alright. There's a box over here. Let's loot that real quick. I think we gotta come back. Yeah, we gotta come back to go up this ramp. I think this is actually an exit, right? Master Dagger. Cool.
So exciting!
Or maybe not an exit. The bodies have a variety of wounds. One is covered in burns. Other have weapon or claw marks. It is safe to assume that they were decapitated post-mortem. Oh, yummy. Particularly that one covered in burns. That one's very interesting to me. Because we haven't really seen a lot of creatures so far that would cause burns on somebody. And we know Ember didn't do that because, I mean, Ember is the purest soul in the universe. She's not going to be burning people. Hint, I know what caused the burns. And we're going to be fighting it soon. It's funny that like all the demons that you experience on this map are so tough for you here at level 3. But in Dresden, when you're like level 8 or 9, you fight so many of them.
A sweet smile, a gentle voice, and kind words will help me win their hearts.
Yet
And
another
if that
obstacle.
fails, I'll use my sharp nails instead.
I want these guys dead, but We're not moving any closer than this. So these dudes here, the Vermlex, they channel negative energy, and it hurts.
Surrender or else.
So we don't want to get too close to them.
Endure this!
I think there's a second one here too.
Stand down.
I'm probably right since we're still in turn-based mode. Camellia, move in a little closer, please. Yeah, there it is. Pull back. Pull back. Sweet.
Sit here. Don't worry
Well, they
about
took
me.
Sela down again.
Make every strike count.
I mean, sure. Let's just kill it.
Away, you rascal.
Really? I hit something and it didn't just croak immediately? Only 20 damage. Because we reduced. What did we actually roll? 22. 22 might not have done it either.
You are today's sacrifice.
So, how much HP does Sela have? 0. What's her constitution modifier? +2. Sela might die here. I mean, she's just gonna get, like, you know, critically wounded or whatever. Go on death's door, whatever that effect is called. But Sela might die here. Acid, cold, fire, 14 spell resist. Energy, electricity, and negative. This is Sonic. 14 spell resist. Do you think I can beat 14 spell resist? Yes, indeedy. I don't want to loot these guys, though, really. I don't really care about their long swords. But I will.
I think I did it.
This fire was no accident. It looks like the work of a Brimmerak, a pyromaniac demon.
This is my time to shine.
Oh, yummy. Pyromaniac demons. Because a pyromaniac human isn't bad enough. And I have a blind paladin. Yeah, I'm gonna keep using potions. I feel like there was a hotkey that you could do to use something. But I don't remember what it is if there is, so...
Open your heart to me.
If I blessed, it lasts for a minute per level. So we're gonna get, what, 3 minutes out of this? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna bless before going inside. Is there a trap here? I don't remember.
We are the light.
There are obviously
They
demons
are the
here.
darkness.
And we can get fireballed. We got fireballed.
No glory without risk.
Your time is over.
And get in here so I can get closer to getting line of sight on this guy.
You crossed the wrong mongrel.
I really would have liked to kill the Dretch. Oh. Okay, okay. That was just breath weapon. It looks like Dragon's Breath, and I was like, oh my god, he doesn't have Dragon's Breath too, does he? But it was just a breath weapon. All creatures in a 40-foot line. Okay. Alright. It killed his own dude. It took care of his own guy for me.
Distract them for me.
Oh, come on. I know the trap is there. Move in. Stay there, Ember. There's no reason for you to get any closer than this. Let's go and flank him at least. And then let's take our vital shot.
You offend me.
3 versus 7. You asshat.
You won't survive me.
So the reason we were still able to take 2 shots after moving there is because it was within 5 feet. Like, we took 5, and then we still got our full round attack. I don't really want to go over here. That seems like it would be dangerous to my health to go over here. Where is the trap mechanism? Tell you what, Voljeff, just go disable that. You have some trickery, right?
This is my kind of work.
Yeah, you do. You're a rogue.
Go for their hearts!
That's why I wanted to shoot him. Not even going to attempt it there. Come on.
Stand down.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that was good. 23. Reduced from 25. And now land.
Endure this.
Oh my god, land.
Bruise. Time to share your treasures. Ugh.
Sweet. So this has the signet of House Vespertilio in it, which is a nice little item that you're going to want. Lets you, once per day, get a +5 circumstance bonus to a chosen skill for 1 hour. Can be potentially really useful. Also, you know, a magic scimitar, the abrupt force, if you want to use it. And a piece of a holy symbol. The thing I like about the collectibles in this game, as opposed to Kingmaker, you only need the one component of the collectible, and then you need a bunch of these generic things called like magic essences or other materials, and you bring them to the storyteller and they can combine them for you. But you don't have to hunt down like 50 pieces of the same thing. You only need the one. Why am I still using this bow? I have the Wicked Longbow, which is an enhancement +2 composite longbow. Whenever it confirms a critical hit, the enemy must pass a will saving throw or suffer a curse. A curse! And then Lan can use this Masterwork composite longbow for the time being. Composite longbow. He was using a regular longbow. Like, he has +3 strength modifier. We kind of want to be using composites. Okay. And a letter in small handwriting.
So exciting!
So I think, if I'm not mistaken, that takes care of the majority of this map, yeah? Yeah. So we do have more stuff to do here in Market Square. We're going to have to come back and deal with that Desna Shrine bit, but we need to do more before we can get to that. And let's hop the area exit. I was really hoping we would have gotten Nenio. I think I always level up in Market Square, though, so I should have realized that if I was going to do Market Square, we're not going to have Nenio until next level, and Darren until next level. In any case, it took us a while. That map always takes a while. And I do still have to come back. Right, I need to talk to What's-His-Face too about the fact that I'm not going to kill Ramian. So, I do want to do the Tower of Estrad. And I want to get the Arende house party taken care of. honestly, I think what I'm going to do is Arende House Party, Worm Mansion, and then the Tirabade Residence. And then we'll attempt the Tower of Estrad if it lets me get to it. And if it doesn't let me get to it before we have to head back to Defender's Heart, then so be it. Like, how heavy am I? I'm heavy. But I'm carrying a lot of junk that I don't need to be carrying up here. And I'm positive I'll pick up Ninio along the way. Once I have Ninio and Darren from the Arende House Party, I could respec, but I kind of want to wait till I go back to Defender's Heart to do that. I've got my dueling sword waiting for me back there. And I still haven't decided what I want to do with our character, if I want to respec it as a male character or not. And I haven't decided if I want to bring Camellia into the party long term or not. I think I'm going to play with that a little bit. In any case, it's been a 4-hour stream now, and it's now 4 a.m. So, we didn't cover quite as much as I wanted to do tonight, but I think I'm going to call it quits for now. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming tomorrow or during the week. I'll see. I might be able to fit some stuff in. I doubt it'll be more than a 2 or 3 hour stream, though, at all. But if I don't stream anymore this week on this campaign, I'll definitely be picking it up next weekend at the very least. So hopefully Friday, Saturday, that kind of thing. I'll probably be back tomorrow. I think I can manage to get back tomorrow without too much difficulty. In any case, thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate all of you. It's been wonderful, and we'll continue this campaign next time, where I hope to see you. Bye-bye.